Almost there. Hello? Hello. Hi, everyone. Oops. You didn't see that. Hello. Hello. It is the Stonks. It is the Stonks. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate the compliment. Hello. Hello. It's, yeah, yes, that was the titty UI. I don't know why, but every time it pops up, whenever you open the program for the first time, it like makes you put it away for some reason. I don't know. Hello everyone over on Twitch and YouTube. Hi guys. I'm alive. I'm sorry. Ah, Neon. Thank you for the bits, Neon. Thank you. So sorry for the stream delay, for it being late. My tracking app was like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we just didn't track for some reason? And so basically I was running through all the options and I was trying to get everything figured out, and I'm just like, fuck it, I gotta restart my computer. There's no way something is actually going on. Like, it's gotta be, I just gotta restart my computer, and that finally did it in, and then I got everything set up, and I did the thumbnail for the YouTube stream, and yeah, I got it all. I finally did. Holy shit! Neon! Neon, thank you for the soap! Much appreciated! Now I will no longer be stinky. Alright, thank you for the throne gift, Neon! Thank you! Next week I will be doing my MRE stream. Goat soap! Thank you for the follow,
I'm like
Mr.
half asleep because I just got home. Gonna be half awake watching stream as I rest me eyes. Not like this, I'll be a good mod, trust.
You're a plenty good mod. The constipation starter pack. Yeah, it's so Neon gifted me what those are called, the MREs to taste test on stream, and then I started getting a bunch of stomach issues, and I'm like, you know, since I'm like projectile vomiting and have been for the past week, I probably shouldn't eat an MRE. I don't want to go from just expelling everything to keeping everything in. I feel like that's a really bad idea. And then I got sick again, so there's been some delays. No. So I don't have any MRE with eggs in it. I have mostly pasta dishes, which is funny because it was completely randomized what I got in like my 4 bundle. And I got pretty much all pasta MREs. I think I got the like spinach pasta one. I think I got the like kind of standard spaghetti marinara one, and we'll see. But thank you for all the follows and welcome in. Today is the nerd day. Today is the day we get to gush about TTRPGs and all sorts of other fun stuff. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. My D&D starts in 2 hours, so I'll lurk once that starts. Hopefully I can catch the MRE stream. I'm off work Thursdays and Fridays. I will keep that in mind. Thank you for letting me know. But thank you. Are you working on the map? Yeah, we're working on the map today. I'm very excited. I enjoy working on maps and the sorts. So like, I don't know. I don't know. I like working on maps. Maps are fun. Ooh, that is my volume really cranked up on my mic. I should probably turn that down. Today's the perfect day for like kind of a cozy map making stream. It's raining really hard. There's thunder in the background. It's like the perfect
Yeah, I
vibe.
love D&D. Do not disturb.
Do not disturb's a pretty good feature on a lot of like platforms. It took a long time for me to start using like do not disturb. on like my phone, on Discord or whatnot, just because I'm like, I don't need it. And then I started realizing the convenience of just making everything shut up, and I'm like, this is fantastic. I am making a map. I am making a very highly detailed and complicated map. There is about, like 5, you can't see it right now because it's off the side of the screen, but there are 6,056 individually placed objects. Neon, thank you for the bits. I commissioned some D&D art of your avatar and I see, oh, thank you. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, the more complicated, the better. It's actually so complicated, it's really blurry. It's actually so fucking complicated, it's blurry as shit. I am making a map tool. I am using Incarnate. It's an online web browser tool for like map making. I pay for the premium subscription because I'm not putting 40 hours of work into a map and not have it look good with all of the premium benefits. So I will pay the $5 a month for my premium map making software. I think that's a fair spending, little hobby spend. If millions of people, well, maybe not millions, definitely not millions. If tens of thousands of people across the world spend thousands of dollars on Warhammer miniatures and figurines, I think I can spend $5 a month on a premium map making app, or like map making service. Show us the corn tree, the corb tree. All right, I will show the honorable corb tree since everyone's so attached to this fucking thing. Here's my corn orb. It's on my map. You guys can enjoy it now. There you go. There you go. Does this make chat happy? Yeah, $5 a month is pretty cheap. Yeah, like most subscription services nowadays go for at least like $10 minimum. Rarely do I see newer services offering like $8 or like even $5. $5's just rare. Everything's so expensive nowadays. Everything's so goddamn expensive. I'm already premiumed out. I'm paying for Dungeon Scrawl and D&D Beyond Master tier. After that, and all the softwares I need for work, maybe a little too many premium softwares.
The Corb Republic will speak to you soon, Styx, for erecting such a beautiful monument.
I appreciate that. I will represent I will represent the Corb clan accordingly. I promise. Blink. Blink, blink. But yeah, I'm finally glad to get back to making this map. I ignored it for too long. And now that I'm back to consistently playing D&D sessions every week, my love for D&D has like exploded. Just exponentially. I'm back to being a crack addict to this shit. It's a problem. It's an actual problem. But what do I work on today? Weekly? Yeah, weekly! I get a whole weekly D&D session once a weekend. Hello, Tomboy. I very much hope you have a great time D&Ding. Also, you have an amazing model and you look super cool and groovy. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. But what session do I... What session? Blech. Okay. What area of the map do I do? So I have this little section right here. It's called Togia. This is like a kind of more tropical, like warrior kind of nation for my world building world, where I've got a bunch of just fun facts and encyclopedia pages on the local fauna and chicken species, because I have a problem with writing things that don't need to be written out, but just because I can. So I could work on this, or I could like work on this little like fish person island over here, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do. I want to add more volcanoes up here and stuff. Well, had D&D this afternoon and just finished a Baldur's Gate 3 game with friends. Now this pops up on my feed. I can't escape D&D, it would seem. Bro, once you get back into D&D after not touching it for a while, it grabs you by the balls. It grabs you by the entire balls. I made my D&D sheet, and next thing I know, my entire YouTube feed is filled with, like, people reading awful TTRPG stories from Reddit, and I'm just like, oh god, it's consuming me. It's fucking consuming. I'm getting Joe Cat D&D. I'm getting a bunch of stuff about Legends of Avante. I'm getting everything. Everything. But yeah. Making a world yourself? Yup. I am making a world myself. It is probably going to become a D&D campaign at some point. It's just, I'm probably not going to be making that anytime soon, because I have to build the world first, and I want to start out with a map. Well, I want to have a map before I, fully delve into making it a functional campaign and whatnot. But here's this little, here's this little, city down here. It's all... man, I'm losing my words. I am losing my focus. I'm losing my fucking words. Here's a little, seaside city. It's got the ports, it's got the boats, it's got the tropical trees, it's got all sorts of shit. But I'm curious, for the people who do D&D stuff, in particular, do you guys fuck with D&D Beyond? Because I've heard a lot of mixed things about D&D Beyond in particular. Yeah, I couldn't imagine truly, building and delving into world building without a solidified idea as to what's actually, in the world and in the map. I need something to visually kind of guide me along. I homebrew 90% of my stuff, that's fair. I enjoy homebrew. I'm very careful about selecting homebrew that other people have made. Doink! I use D&D Beyond, but now I make my stuff up since I play so... Don't use it. I have books as hardcovers with me, and most stuff I just look... okay. Okay. That's pretty fair, I would think. Alright. Alright. Little fish people island. Or volcano island, or volcano area, or fish people island. What are we making in a map? What's the map making? And how can I insert random weird objects? Where's my slab? Where's my slab of spam?
D&D Beyond is what I started with, but now I'm using Roll20 cause I find it more user-friendly for homebrew stuff. Also, my vote is for Island.
For Island, okay. I will consider. Where's my spam? There's a chunk of spam that I turned into a raw. Oh, I found it. I found it. Here we go. Here's my spam. Here's my spam in the map. The corb's always there, Gory. The corb is always there. There's my chunk of spam. A crappy Volkswagen. I could probably get that into the map if I tried enough. Thank you for the follow. Is that spam? Yes, this is spam. This is literally spam. Hold on. Where's my... I did a bunch of, adjustments to the image to make it this way. Hold on. It's literally a chunk of spam that I put into my map. Because I thought it was funny. Where is it? Hold on. I have more than... Jeff the Shark is also here, and he's more obvious. Hold on. There he is. I see him. He's tucked away. Hold on, see? See? Jeff the Shark. The Jeff Forest. The Jeff the Shark Forest. How the fuck could you hide Jeff the Shark in a map? Well, about that. You were correct. Yeah, I was correct. I was entirely correct. It is funny. It's amusing. You know, and if I ever print this out on a big piece of, like, paper and hang it on my wall, I can tell people and I can point at specific objects and be like, this funny thing, that's that. That's there. Styx gives chat too much power sometimes, or just annoy her till he does. I will never get tired of your quirkiness. It's a good, like, centerpiece, I think. It's not, my map is not cursed. My map is entertaining. Okay, hold on, wait. I need to get rid of this. There we go. Spam rock. There's
But
the
it would be
spam.
even funnier if you put a random saltine in there.
That's true. I had enough Jeff of his whirlpool on Rivals. I enjoy playing Jeff, but I enjoy playing Jeff, but he's, I don't know. He is certainly lacking. Where did you hide Jeff? Oh, hold on. Jeff is in the trees. Jeff is in the trees. Hold on, I have to make sure I'm grabbing, yeah. Jeff is in the trees. He's here. This is a 3D model of Jeff. It's a 3D model of Jeff. No balls, no balls, you won't pull. No balls, you won't pull. Fuck! I can speak. I am literate and intelligent. I'm a creature, and I can speak. I will absolutely put a saltine in my map. Hold on. Okay. I hope you guys enjoy the background music. Time to put a saltine. Saltine. Okay. I need a singular, transparent image of a saltine. That's a WebMP file. I hate WebP files. They suck. Thank you. Thank you for the bits, Neon. You're very generous. Saltines are great. I couldn't understand living life as a saltine hater. It's just a salty cracker. Why are you hating? What did this innocent cracker do to you, you know? It's just a little biscuit. It's just a little biscuit. Actually, wait, can I, hold on, a stack of saltine crackers. Please be a PNG. You are a WebP file again. This is awful and disgusting, and I don't like it. No, that's not it. Advanced search. Give me type of image. No, file type, yes, file type, my beloved. How do I get a pile of saltine crackers in my... Okay, that's close enough. That's close enough, I've got it. Alright. Hold on, that's spam rock, I don't need more spam rocks. I have no idea what a saltine... You didn't know what a saltine was? I came in while you were looking at crackers. Why? I'm going to put a saltine into my map. It's, I have a bunch of random objects ingrained into my map, and you wouldn't notice unless I specifically told you, or you were in on the joke. Or maybe you stared a little too hard and be like, this is a little weird. Why is this here? Yeah. And so now someone is like, I bet you wouldn't put a saltine cracker into it. And I think I will put a saltine cracker into my map. Stack of direct style saltine crackers PNG. Okay, yeah. Save stamp. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. I like putting random fun objects into my map. You don't believe it? You don't believe it, new guy? You ever heard of the Corb? You heard of the legend of the Corb? Probably not, but I'll show you. Here you go. Corb. Corb. Corn orb. Corn orb tree. Corn orb tree. Corn orb tree. Corn orb, my favorite. Corn orb is everyone's favorite. See? See this little tree and its golden orbs? You think that's fruit. You're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong. You're funny. I think I'm a little humorous. We are yapping and mapping. Thank you for the follows, by the way. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to grab those trees. Ugh. listen, I gotta make map making entertaining somehow, and I gotta try, okay? I gotta make it entertaining somehow. Otherwise it's fucking boring and you're just watching me stamp things over and over going, and maybe making some lame joke about trees or dinosaurs, so. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, well again, we'll showcase the chunk of spam. The spam slab that's been turned into a rock. Petrified spam, if you will. I do like mozzarella sticks, you're correct. Mozzarella sticks are pretty fucking dope. Corn grows as a crop anyway.
Fun fact, Styx, did you know you can make bacon into mountains by way of texture?
I bet I could. But I'm not gonna do that because I like the textures of mountains I've got on my map. So far. I do like mozzarella sticks are goated though. I love the cheese, I love the mozzarella, and I love the breading. If it's America, then most American food is restricted in my country. Oh, yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. I'd be surprised if saltines of all things were somehow restricted in like other countries, because what chemical compounds could possibly be in a saltine? Like, I know American food has a lot of dyes and it's got a lot of shit that a lot of countries don't like, but morphine cracker. If a saltine had red 40 in it, I think we'd notice, you know? I think we'd notice. Sorry, I'm drinking chocolate milk. Real adult hours going on, you know? I'm sitting here making a fictional map. Yapping and cursing while slurping on some chalky milk. Oops, I hit the wrong... Aw, fuck. I didn't make any changes though, so I'm good. I just backed out of my map. I mistakenly bapped out of my map. Adult Swim on stream. Got any lore to go with this world yet? Okay, so you see everything up top and how there's a lot of mountains? Yeah, there's a lot of fucking caverns and rivers and shit underneath the world, like a big Underdark. But, basically, you see this river? All rivers and ponds in this continent, this world, don't trust it. It's probably way deeper than you think, and there's probably some oceanic creatures shoved into it, because everything is connected underneath it. Everything's connected through lots of cave systems, monsters, lots of stuff. I use bacon for mountains, pudding for oceans, broccoli and garlic for deep forests and regular trees. Krakoa even. Yeah. Ask me any question about my world and I could probably come up with an answer, but not accurately or, like, quickly. I'm very slow. Very slow, okay. Okay, so Fish People Island. Is everything here a meme object? No, God forbid. No. There's actual trees and shit. This is a tree. These are trees. There's grass, there's buildings. Not everything is made of spam and corb. not everything is a joke into me. There's more to it, I promise. I don't believe you.
What if you hide a random fuck you on Fish People Island?
Hide a random fuck you on Fish People Island? Shit, okay. I could do that. I could hide a random, just giant fuck you. I guess the fish people are really don't like the other people. I guess. Okay, so... That's a bridge. Don't want that. Volcano, crevice... What do I want to put here? Valdo, yeah. Valdo. Listen, I'd be upset. If I was a fish person, I'd be pretty upset at the average, like, human being for, you know, not respecting my home, my water, my ocean. That's kind of fucked up of the people to not do that. People do fucking suck. That was what I learned as an adult. That's entirely what I learned as an adult, is that people fucking suck, and it's, yeah. Yeah, people fucking absolutely suck. They're horrible. Like, I could be doing so many things, and then people People suck, pandas rule. Agreed. What are you using for this? I am using a program called Incarnate, like I-N-K, like ink, like squid ink, incarnate. Okay. There we go. Hold on. Boink. Alright, got a little capital. I'm gonna put a fish people. Hello, what's up, drag little cat? Oh, there's multiple of those. Is it free? Yes, there are free and premium versions of the software. I use the premium version because I've invested way too much time into this map to not spend money on it, so. Okay, yeah, we'll do this. Here we go. Okay, and then I'll make like a little river going into it. Or maybe, actually no, that's probably not a good idea. Actually, never mind, I do have a better idea. You're in too deep, I really am in too deep. Like, hold on, I think it shows me how many hours I've spent on this map. Hold on, let me just, it takes forever to save, by the way, when you have this many objects. I'm still disappointed in Incarnate. I got curious and checked out its free offerings, which I knew were under insane limits, but I didn't realize you could only have a few hundred assets out of packs that have thousands. Yes. Yeah, they have to find some way to make money and keep adding more assets. Hold on, okay. Let's see. I think I can see, no, okay, this is a description. That's not, surely there's like something that tells me how much time I've spent on this fucking map, right? Right? No, don't generate something. No, I don't think, no. Hold on. Resize map, clone, private assets, recovery, you know what, I'll find that later. Actually, wait. Ooh, wait, it's gotta be in here. Hold on.
Fun fact for those who don't know, Styx once saw a lady with, we think, her child at the airport, and the lady was wearing an Ahegao hoodie.
Not the fun facts for chat. Open, I guess not. I thought there was a way to see. Created a year ago as well? Yeah, I created it a while ago. And it's still not done. It's not anywhere close. Not even halfway yet. Yeah, we do hope it was her child. Otherwise I saw a kidnapped child and I had no idea. We still don't know. Okay, this will be the fish person capital. Or something. And it'll go like right here. Hey, maybe, I feel like it would be cool if it was like tucked into this little corner right here, and maybe there's a big river to like go up into it. Actually, yeah, hold on. I'm doing big brain thing right now. My brain is booming. I am living. It's a process. Map making with me is a whole process. Call it Bass Pro Shop. Don't question what I'm about to do. I have a vision. I have a vision. I have a vision. Aphrodite, welcome in. Hi there, I'm here to question about what you are about to do. Hi, Puga. Don't question. Don't question, buddy. Questioning is, pain. Questioning will bring you suffering. Hold on. Okay. I need a transparent PNG of... What? Is there not a transparent PNG of the Bass Pro Shop pyramid? Is this a fucking Lego set? Is this a fucking Lego set? It is a Lego set. There's a Bass Pro Shop pyramid Lego set. What the fuck? Fuck. Really? There's no Bass Pro Shop pyramid? Yet I could easily just grab. This is upsetting. This is mind-numbingly upsetting. I can't. Okay. Well, I guess I am limited by my creativity here. Well, I'm limited by what exists on the internet. Alright, so I want to go ahead and create a river, and I want to, like, move it up into the island. So, that's... no, not that. That, yes, undoing, thank you. Subtract. We'll do funny haha river.
We are here to observe and question. You shall not tell us not to question something.
No, I will. I will tell you because it might make you less alarmed. You know what? This looks kind of fishy. This looks kind of fishy. Styx, I've got a name idea for a town you might make on this island. Call it Butterbog. Butterbog? Where'd that come from? I don't know if Butterbog is fitting for a fish person island. Seems kinda... I don't know. Oh shit, wait, smooth. Smooth. No, that's not what I wanted. There we are. Whoa! Mega, thank you for the supple prompt for 9 months. Thank you. Blackwater Port is an actual legitimate name. Butterball. Okay, I guess if it has a funny pronunciation to it, yeah, that could count. I won't discredit you there. Man, some names in fantasy settings really just like make my mind twist and turn. Because why are you using like modern day things to in a town name in fantasy? In, like, fantasy world standard D&D. Styx, can you look at your DMs real quick? I don't look at my DMs while I'm streaming. Rarely do I do. Unless it's very important. Never mind. Ah, fuck. That's close, but I need, like, I need something of the, like, pyramid and nothing else. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's painting. I didn't want to paint. Why am I bald? I look away for 2 seconds and suddenly I'm fucking bald. What are you calling this continent? I don't know. Fishlandia for now. Deserved? Probably. I don't deserve baldness. I don't deserve male pattern baldness at the age of 21. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I got the same problem with modern day slang being used. Yeah, modern day slang being used in the fantasy setting. It drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely fucking bonkers. She ignored you. Do you know how many messages are going on right now while I'm doing it? I'm trying to design a fucking river. I'm gonna miss some of your messages. Okay, hold on. I suck at river making. Bilgewater Bay. Bilgewater. We can't name it Bilgewater. That's a League of Legends. I refuse to fucking put League of Legends in my goddamn map. I will not taint my map with the dirty, disgusting vileness of League of Legends. I have dignity. I'm not naming it Penis Land. Bilgewater, yes, Bilgewater is League. Well, at least Bilgewater is like the name of the fucking... It's, at least I hear, no, not Penis Land. I hear Bilgewater and I automatically think of League of Legends, cause I've never heard of Bilgewater being used anywhere else except for the, like, piratey location, or region in the League of Legends world, so. Piss of Legends. Certified Pacer of Legends. I'm just trying to make this river look good, and it's kind of difficult. It's kind of a little difficult. Hey, why is that there? Thank you for the bits, Neon. Bill's Rat Cove is kind of cool. But it's still the Bill. I see Bilge, and I'm just like, that's League. That's League. Bilgewater's a word, but it's also League of Legends reason. Yes. I can't help the association though. I can come up with cool names without using Bilge. Fuck me, bro. This river is not turning out like how I want it to. I'm gonna try a little something like that, maybe. See how that works out. Ooh, that's kind of better. That's kind of better. Hold on. I'm getting somewhere. I'm finally getting somewhere. Kind of, sort of. Why are the fish people living on land if they're fish? Well, sometimes fish people have above ground settlements, and this is the fish country, okay? This is the fish country where the fish people are gonna be in their fish country, okay? Leave the fish people alone. Sometimes the fish people want to be on land. Like the land people want to be in the world, the water. Merfolk for life, bitches. Okay, I feel like that was a really big crack of thunder. Please don't knock my power out. My power's gone out so many times in the past 2 weeks. Please stop. It's raining really hard right now, and there's more storms across the Midwest, and I don't want to lose power for the 47th time in like 2 days. Please don't knock my power out. I just want to stream. It has been a turbulent week for the United States weather-wise. Oh my god, wait, I hit a button. There we go. I was wondering why everything was out of sorts. I remember that about living. Yeah, Wisconsin's got their own turbulent ass weather. Super Merc Shadow, thank you for the follow and welcome in. Lock in trust. I can't just lock in and prevent my house from losing power. I don't know what kind of powers you fucking got, but I certainly don't got it. Hornswoggle? I like Hornswoggle.
What about Hornswaggle Cove?
I like Hornswaggle. I don't know about this one, but maybe Hornswaggle for something else. You know? Hornsquaggle for something else. Unironically, it's been sunny in my country, which is bloody straight. Yeah, it has been a turbulent ass time for the United States, especially the Midwest. Oh, that's water. I don't want water. I want land. I want land. Wait, map? Where the fuck did it go? Hello? Hello? Oh. Okay. Alright, I guess, sorry, I scared my map. I scared my map. It was like, I don't want, okay. Okay, I guess the map didn't want a map. Sorry. Scorned Scale Bay. Ooh. I like Scorned Scale. And it makes sense, because there's serpents in here. Well, I imagine there's like... I imagine that this section of like large open ocean is very prone to like sea serpents for whatever reason, which makes like trading between these two, like trading between these areas from Winvaris to Perles, I feel like that makes it really difficult. Because you have to like, you have to scrape by on the beach while avoiding potentially drawing in the sea serpents that are right there. I feel like that's a cool detail. What if they don't have scales? Well, maybe, what if they don't have scales? Well, what if you don't have scales, huh? What if you don't have scales? What you gonna do then? That's water. I don't want water. I want land. Is your world round or flat? You know, I think my world is round. I think my world is pretty round. At least I'd like to think it's round. You know? I mean, maybe it's not round. Maybe it's not round and I'm just like, you know, hallucinating something or whatever, but I think it's round. Yeah, scale is bodies. You don't make fun of those. That's kind of mean. That's
the world is hexagonal.
It's not a hexagonal cube. Hexagonal cube? I don't know. But Scorn Scale could be like a cool bay name. Do you know your shape? Shush, Gory. I do know my shapes, but I'm a VTuber right now, which means I don't know them. Okay? When you clock in to be a VTuber, you don't know your shapes, you just know suffering. Hi, Bass Pro Shop. Please go away. Can have a quest that involves sailing out to fight a sea monster at sea to open a trade route, food for thought. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking there could be cool stuff between, like, this area of the world trying to clear out trade routes and whatnot. How many hours have you put into this map? I'd say about 40, but it won't tell me the official number, and it could be much longer. I could have spent way more time on this map. I need to join that campaign. Eventually, when it becomes a campaign, I'll invite people, and it'll be fun, and, like... And then I can just be like, guys, look at my cool map, ignore the fucking campaign, just look at my map. Look at all this, look at all the energy and blood, sweat, and tears I poured into this fucking map. A little scrapey there. A little scrapey there. Yeah, that's a nice shape, I think. We're gonna acknowledge that it doesn't look like a standard river map. But shh, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the accurate formation of rivers and representation of my mouth. I've already showed the carpentry. I don't want to show it again. I'm busy doing map shit. And I know the corb is on the map. Brineville? But Brineville wouldn't make sense in a fish person world, right? Like, brine, like the word brine, yes. The ville attached to it, no. No, that wouldn't make sense. I can't have that. Ville, this is not suburban Fishlandia, okay? Things are not named Neighborsville here, okay? Yeah, Cove, but like, I need this to be like an actual, okay, here's the problem with the name thing. So there's gonna be an actual name for the fish people, right? Like this is the Togians, this is the Togian area, and this here, which is not named by a large giant thing, this side of the continent with the, you know, the barrier on side, this is a Zeros. This is Zeros, this is Togia, and this is gonna be fish people land. Okay? I just haven't gotten a name for the fish people land, and then we can get into the names of the specific locations, but we're just not there yet. We gotta come up with names for the nation, or the continent, or just some overarching giant thing for here. I love Togians, they're so me-core. You don't even know what the fuck a Togian is. Kelper, no, I'm not naming it Kelpers. Okay. Okay, ooh, this is kind of natural. Yeah, I like it, okay. We humans call them fish-faced derogatory. Can you call it jellyfish fields? I don't think I can call it jellyfish fields, but I can make jellyfish a common part of their diet if you really want. Well, now hold on, I gotta sippy on my chalky milky.
You could always have unnatural river formation and put in distasteful or monsters for the lore.
I could. No, I'm not naming it Chalky Milklandia. Guys, I know you can come up with actual names and suggestions if you felt like it. I'm not naming it Milk Chocolate Landia. Are we talking about freshwater or saltwater fish? I'm gonna go ahead and say this fish people island is probably saltwater fish, like Tritons, merfolk, oceanic, kinda Aquarians. Do your fish folk have any? No, they don't have any kind of specific look. There are probably freshwater and there's probably freshwater and saltwater variations of like merfolk species and whatnot. I like to leave my world up. I like to leave my world to be open to interpretations. So I like to think that there's a wide variety of species and like subspecies that exist for kind of like every race across this wide, vast continent of so many different things. Like you got the frozen north up here, and there's gonna be way more frozen shit up in this area because this one's kind of small, not much room for like ice and shit. Mostly just a forest. But I like variations, and also because I do plan on turning this into a D&D campaign at some point, I want it open to interpretation for what kind of races exist here, because like, if someone wants a certain D&D race to be inserted in this campaign, I'm gonna fucking find some way to make it fit. Okay, I'm gonna find some way to make it fit for them. I'm not gonna be like, oh, only merfolk exist in here. You gotta have an aquatic lizard folk to be in this world if you want to fish. But thank you for the follows and welcome in. People who have never set up a campaign thinking it only takes a few hours. Oh my god, yeah. Why can't you just run this custom homebrew campaign? Maybe because it's not that fucking simple. Have you heard of that? Do you know what goes into making a campaign? Can you call oceans with sea person? I can't speak. Can you call oceans with sea serpent serpentine water so people say don't go in? Yeah. Yeah, I could have something like that. There's always room for that in world building that makes it more interesting. Hold on, I gotta make the land more spicy. I gotta give this some like islands and shit. Or like a little bit of islands. This is not... Yeah, it's just a little like coastal thingy. Yeah, that's not... Hold on. No. I gotta be smooth with it. Okay, there we go. That's a little island. That's a little thingy. Gotta add some kind of unnatural bump there. Actually, I don't want something here. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Fish folk. Yeah, there's all sorts of names you could have for fish folk. I'm actually making a land of my own called Eternia. It's supposed to be a post-apocalyptic civilization with many different biomes and creatures. That sounds fun. I love post-apocalyptic kind of environments. And I like it when the world building reflects on the actual
Terrifying
environment
D&D
as well.
fact, Tarrasques have spikes on their backs, meaning they're prey animals. The fuck eats the Tarrasque?
The fuck? You don't want to know what eats a Tarrasque. You don't want to know. You really don't. I'll add like a little island like right here or something. Tarrasque do next question. That's true. Tarrasque probably eat each other. A vampire Tarrasque. Yeah, the vampire Tarrasque is gonna eat the other. Tarrasques. I don't know. A Tarrasque could maybe have a good flavor. You never know. Okay, question for chat. If you could eat a Tarrasque, how would you cook it up? How would you cook it up? Salty Acrege. I think I'm saying that right. That's cool. I like that. Oh. Hello, Dad. Oh, yeah, what's up? Yeah, it sounds great. You want to say hi to chat? Chat being my stream.
Sure.
You can just say hi.
Hello, stream. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that sounds great for dinner.
Okay, I'm thawing chicken.
Okay. Alright. Alright. They say hi back. Will do. Son and father appearance asking me about dinner. My dad rarely comes down into the basement where my computer's at, but sometimes he'll just pop in and he like jump scares me. My dad's a big guy, right?
Is thine father available?
No, my father is not available in the dating sphere. Thank you for asking. My dad's a big guy, right? Like 6'4", kind of heavy, got the huge dad calf legs, right? Like got the huge dad cannon legs. But like he's silent. He is silent as all hell when he moves through the house, and he scares the shit out of me. Like, I'll be sitting there cooking, you know, frying up some stuff, and then I go and turn around, and suddenly he's fucking right behind me. And I didn't hear anything. If you're Styx, does that make your dad Thrunks? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, a ninja. And then he's like, you can't keep scaring me like that. And I'm just like, what the fuck do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If you're Styx, does that make him the Titan Oceanus? My daughters have the same problem with it. It's the dad conundrum. It's the father conundrum. Okay, I think this is a nice shape for like. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can slightly... There we go. Thank you for the bits, by the way. Much appreciated. I think that's good. I think that looks... I feel like that looks good. It'll look better. It'll look a bit better when I go through and, like, adjust the terrain. Hydroponia? Maybe. But I feel like... I don't know. See, certain names have to, like, have a certain vibe to it. Like if you're going to name, like, a nation, or, like, a country, or just some kind of, like, group of people, it's gotta seem, like, natural to the people who lives there. Like, hydroponia might be something you find... I don't think it fits. Like, we've got Zeros, which is here, and then you've got Togia, and then, I don't know, hydroponia doesn't seem like it's totally fitting. I think it's just because it starts with the word hydro. No, not Rizville. Ducklet, have some more class. The fish people do not live in Rizville. There's more to fish people than Rizzing. Aquarish? Maybe. Maybe. They do though. No, they don't. This is not Rizville. This is not Skibbity Giat land.
Styx, I'm curious if you could do a stream with Papa Styx. What game?
I don't know. My dad's not a video game kind of person, and I certainly don't want to put my dad through the common VTuber thing of like rating VTuber avatars on stream. My dad barely has any idea what the fuck this avatar is, let alone what other people's avatars are. That's true. It also, see, when it comes to names also have to be, like, memorable and easy enough for people to say. It's gotta be memorable, and people gotta know how to say it. Most of the time. He could join me for the MRE stream. He was kind of jealous that I got a bunch of MREs. Just called content. I don't want to put my dad through that kind of content. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Cosmar seems like it's gotta... I don't know how to describe making, like, good name. No. Hi, Bellmaster. Okanok might be cool. It's gotta seem I hope you guys understand what I mean. Like, if you're gonna name a country or a nation, it's gotta seem fitting to the people who actually live there. It's gotta fit the culture, it's gotta fit the naming system, it's gotta fit that. Ignore the rest of the world, it has to fit this specific area, and then maybe you can start thinking about how it looks to, like, the other areas of the world. Pants. Hi, Pants. Yavolts, thank you for the follow and welcome in. We're map making. Okay. Okay, now we get on to painting this area. That's sand. Stabsville. I'm not naming the fish area Stabsville. Guys! Guys! Brit, no, it's not. I'm not putting my fish people through British. Okay, brush size. Lower that opacity. That's what. We are on the wrong layer here. Background. Nope. Foreground. Birmingham. I'm not naming it Birmingham! I must now disappear and work a job number 2. Bye, Styx. See you next time. Have a good one, man. Australia. It's not fucking Australia. Guys. Guys. Okay, hold on. Let me increase the opacity. Okay, these gotta be all sand. It's gotta be all sand. This can be a bit more greenery-ish.
Oh my god, Styx.
What?
We could have a tunnel called Carpal's Tunnel.
Okay. I'll include carpal tunnel into my world. How's that for an underwater city name? Swimsuit Nether Region. That's kinda crazy. Not gonna cap, brother. I think wait, hold on, let me include some browns. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. It's like Bikini Bottom, but without the that's true. You don't want copyright. So when I was working on the like first part of the map, when I was working on Zeros, I accidentally named it after I named it Zadia. And I named it Zadia, and Zadia sounded like a cool name. And then I learned that apparently Zadia is already taken by a very prominent series called The Dragon Prince, I think. And I'm just like, oh, might as well change that, because I don't want my world associated with the name of like something that's already existing and something that's already has like big media presence. I don't want that. So then I named it to Zeros because I like X. I like the Zer. I like the Zer part of the name. I just kind of changed the end. A point to make about why fish people would have land settlements. Yes. Well, okay, so in D&D, especially in TTRPGs, a lot of, like, fish-based races don't, like, they have land settlements. Like they have amphibious settlements. Like, they have some water developed areas, and then they have some land developed areas. It's, at least in my experience, it's been pretty rare to find, like, entire nations completely underwater in, like, an Atlantic, in an Atlantic sense. But yes, trade reasons are a good, like, point of, like, why does this fish person settlement have land operations instead of just being all shoved underwater? But it's a good thing to bring up, and it's definitely something that you want to, like, knock out in world building, because someone could call you out and be like, why is this even here if there's, why are the fish people on land? It's weird. Plus your players 9 out of 10 times won't be able to breathe underwater. Also that. Yeah. But I also kind of, so I imagine this country to at least to be more, like, not just fish people. Like, sure, fish people might be the main, like, thing, but I imagine it might be mixed with frogs, it might be mixed with, like, some lizard folk. I just don't, definitely not a human-dominated, like, humanoid-dominated country, but certainly for those kind of, like, more exotic amphibious races, like, you got some turtle people in there, you know, you got whatnot. Oh, they're live on Twitch. you can go check out Incarnate now, live on Twitch. Okay, here's the dunes. kind of just fix up the beaches. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed your stay. Styx added the Fishman Mafia. I did not add the Fishman Mafia. Yes, yeah, spells that let you breathe underwater only last for so long. Oh, yeah, that's also true. They would need, if a fish society wants to make anything involving like metals, they would have to have a forge. They would have to have a place to heat up that metal. Bum, bum, bum. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I will put. Yeah, I'll put the city here. Or city or town can be like right here. Bucky the mascot, welcome in. Yeah, I'll put, so this will be the capital up here. This will be the capital area. I'll add more waterfalls? I'll add more waterfalls and stuff, and I'll make it look a bit more like nice aesthetically with all the water.
I want your opinion on this, Styx.
Okay.
Is making the beg essentially the crusading Catholic Church a good idea for a campaign? The final boss being archangels and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Like, if it's fitting for the campaign setting, then yeah, absolutely. Like kind of darker takes on Christianity in particular, are very good for, or very common and seem to have been very good for like dark fantasy kind of stuff. Like Dark Souls, for example, there's a lot of like influences from Christianity that you can see in, Yeah, it is almost overused. You're not wrong. But if it works for your specific campaign setting and you make it into your own, it's not gonna be overused. And there's a lot of things happening to my character right now. There's a lot of things going on. But yeah, I get Christian influences on like dark fantasy settings can be pretty overused. But if it works, it works, you know? If it works, it works. So why complain? Yeah, you can also make any story based off any social media and it will work in a campaign setting. I'm slurping my water. I'm not naming it TikTok Landia Ducklet, Jesus. Is there a difference between overused? Yes, there is a difference between overused and bad. Absolutely. Not everything that's overused is bad, it's just kind of how common it is. Persona and Devil May Cry do the same, yeah. It's so damn hard not adding religious iconography to a dark fantasy setting. I wanted to avoid doing so, but managed to give my main character a crown of iron thorns as a sign of his want to repent from his criminal past without realizing the symbolism. Well, that kind of comes into questions of like, not really comes into question, but it makes you think about how many religious symbols are out there in the world that people just don't know about. Like, it is so easy to accidentally use, like, a religious symbol without having any idea of what it actually means. Like, think about it. You have access to Google, right? You could Google any kind of shape or imagery, and anything can pop up. Anything can pop up for whatever reason. So, if you describe a certain symbol and Google Images is like, okay, I'm gonna give you this because this is what is good, this is what I can provide based on what I have and what's on my algorithm and what I have from these websites, right? You could just accidentally use one and have no idea. Like, there's a lot of subtle symbols for everything that people don't recognize. Bad tropes are like panty shots and heavy fan service overused. It's like isekai. Yeah. Considering influential Christianity or any religion easily is so prominent throughout history, it's hard to not accidentally take reference. Yeah. It just happens. It just happens accidentally, and it's not a bad thing. It just happens. It's kind of a part of world building. And also, you know, you world build based on what you kind of know already, so... Yeah, tropes also become tropes for a reason. Yeah, nothing bad. It just happens. You could only make so many unique shapes before you start getting into, like, you know, how unique is this square from this other square? Unless you suddenly add the 4th dimension to something, you're not getting an entirely new shape. You're not getting an entirely new symbol. Some, like, variation of that symbol or shape has probably existed throughout human history, or nature, or the world at some point. Like, hexagons, for fuck's sake. Basic shapes are just entirely built in and programmed by nature. Some symbols and tropes are so overused it affects everything, like goodbye. Yeah. That is true. Symbols become popular because of their iconography, and then they get overtaken by, like, main culture. And people, then that forwards, like, how people don't have any idea that certain symbols are very religious or very sacred to, like, certain groups of people. Starting the fourth dimensional church of Styx. Who wants to be the first bishops? I don't know if starting a church of Styx is a good idea, folks. I'm gonna be so real. Oh shit, that's my dog. Hold on, my pupper is very upset that the door is not open for him to come down, and he's freaking out because of the storm. My pupper is not a fan of the thunderstorm. Wait, where'd my headset go? Oh, fuck. Hold on. Found it. I set it down. I set my wireless headset down and I lost it. I lost it. Okay, wait, why am I here? Textures? Wait, what? When was this a thing? Dark grass, ghost streets, what have I just discovered? What textures have I just come across? Yo, elven fish like it. Please don't lose power, 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 please don't lose power. I've been a good VTuber, I deserve to have power, please. Please. Every crack of thunder, I'm like shitting my pants. I don't want to lose power again. Save your map. I will shave my map. I'll shave my map. Mods, unplug her Please don't unplug my PC. Please, I beg. I've been a good little VTuber. It takes forever. There you go. Okay, I'm just trying to make the ground terrain seem kind of natural without, like, being overbearing. Do not tell Zeus to strike my fucking home. Why? What did I do to you? You can shave whatever you want later as long as you say, yeah. That is true. Okay, I think that's some good terrain going on. That's some good terrain. Don't tell Thor to eliminate my computer. My computer is so much... I can't believe you'd risk my entire setup being blown to bits just for the funny haha. I'll start yelling at Zeus to focus his attention away instead. Thank you. The opposite of chat. Okay, now what do I get to slap on my map? Green cloud. Yeah. Green cloud. Yup. These aren't the assets I want. It's okay, Zeus is- how do we know Zeus is on vacation, though? Bug fart cloud. Don't sick the geese on me. That's also just as mean. Sheep? Sheep. 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 Giant sheep. Very, very big sheep. Very, very big sheep.
Woe,
Rats.
Zeus upon ye.
Whoa, Zeus be upon- the fuck is this? Death pudding. Is this a giant- this is a giant slime monster. It's literally death pudding. Okay. There's a dinosaur, some frogs. Bring out the lobster. Bring out the lobster. Bring out the lobster. Lobster. Bring out the lobster. Bring it. Please tell me someone knows what I'm fucking referencing so I'm not just sitting here just looking insane going, bring out the lobster. Please. Please someone know that's from DJ Khaled. And his silly little- let's pretend we don't you fucking dare. I already look crazy enough, okay? I don't need anything else. Magic ritualistic summoning circles, don't mind if I fucking do. Amanda- no, it's not the fucking Amanda show. Life is like Roblox. What the fuck? When did they add all this shit, huh? What? What? Bed! Okay. No bed. Folded clothes. Rugs! Do you think fish people would have rugs? Genuine question here. Would fish people have some kind of rug? Do you think fish people would want rugs? Do you think they would be socially acceptable? Do you think they would be an insult to fish people culture? I wanna know. I wanna know your thoughts. Stone stairs, I could maybe use that for like texture detail. Boulders, rocky plateau. You're really fucking big, brother. You need to be shrank. Okay, let's adjust the size of this. There we go. There we go. Let's zoom all the way back in. Time to do some flippy doodah. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I'll put the rock there. I gotta add the terrain first before I start adding like trees and stuff. It's not a rock, it's a boulder. Well, fuck you. I think it's a rock. I think it's a rock, and I'm not going to be questioned on my thoughts. Okay. Alright. There's freedom of speech here, but I think this is a rock. I don't think that's a boulder. See? It's a rocky plateau, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure, yeah, see? Look, rocky plateau. It's a rock. You gonna tell me I'm wrong? That's crazy that system got auto-botted. It's not just a pride rock looking ass. I think this is a rock. This is a rock. This is a rock. I refuse to believe it's not a rock. Boulders are like round and smooth. Rocks are like not round and smooth. Or sometimes they are, okay? It's not a boulder. Hold on, what? Hold on. What makes something a boulder? Okay. Okay, in AI overview, hold on. Okay, we're using I trust Wikipedia more than I trust this AI overview shit. Okay, in geology, a boulder, or rarely boulder, is a rock fragment with size greater than 25.6 centimeter, 10.1 inches in diameter. It's not a rock, it's a rocky plateau. It's a piece of landmass, yeah. Yeah, that's a whole piece of landmass right there. Look at that boulder, it's a nice boulder. It's very alluring boulder, I must admit. One might even say this boulder is sexy. If you will. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna put some like mountains and shit on the side. And then I'm gonna fill the lands with trees and rocks. Who the fuck called it Styxie?
Fun fact, Styx, type a curse word in your search and it will remove the eye overview. Wait, really? Hold on. Does penis count as a cuss word? No. Shit fart. It does work! Who the fuck is Carolyn Simon Powers? What makes something a boulder shit first? Carolyn Simon Powers. Well, you were right. You were entirely right. It's just too short. Just say fuck. Hold on, I'll change it to fuck since apparently you guys don't like the word shit fart. Wait, yo, what? Oh, this is climbing subreddit, okay. I just wanted to know about boulders. My bad. My bad for wanting to learn about geology. God, can't a lady be autistic about her fucking rocks? Damn. No, not allowed. What makes something a boulder? If it's big. If it's big, but also not a landmass. They're minerals? Yeah. Rocks and minerals get me hard. Don't you understand that? Okay? I like rocks. And I want to talk about rocks. I want to talk about boulders. I want to talk about geology. Land masses. Fossils. Dinosaurs. Okay. Strawberry pot? I like strawberry pot, I think. I don't know. There's so many things here that's not about world building. Where's my mountains and shit? My grasses, my plants. Hold up, fuck it. Grass! That's not the grass I want. That's too detailed for grass. Where's... Man, actually, I need trees. What am I talking about? I need trees. Not a Christmas tree. I don't want that. Okay, actually, what am I doing? Why am I using this? I have this entire forest that I designed already to choose from. I already have my world. Okay, what kind of... You know what? Hold on. Yeah. Boulders are like big. Yeah, boulders are big. Boulders are quite large. That looks like a swamp. Yeah, what's wrong with the swamp? You got a problem with my swamp jungle thing? Yeah, you got a problem with it? You got a problem with my D&D map? Take it up with the boulders. Bamboo. I should add bamboo. The whole island should be whole ass estuary. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be like a big, less swampy than this is, but more tropical. I need jungle trees. Where are jungle trees? You're a jungle tree. Give me the jungle tree. Thank you, I have taken you, and now I will copy and paste you in a location. There we go. Big brain. Tropical, yeah, I could do tropical swamp. Definitely more tropical and whatnot. Move up a layer. I said move up a layer. I said move up a layer. Okay. This little tree. Actually, hold on. I should reposition myself so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. A single tree. I don't know about a single tree. But, you know, multiple trees are pretty nice. It's also nice when they're a bit larger so you can see the details of the tree. That's kind of nice. Okay, boom. 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 Big boom. 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 No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. That was, it's not. Go back. Go back. Yeah, go behind the mountain. There we go. Okay, I need some different trees now. I need some more tropical looking shits. Maybe I should probably go to the map for this. Jungle tree. Yeah, jungle trees. Yeah. Yeah, jungle trees. Make it a mangrove swamp? Maybe. But I don't want it to be a swamp. I'm not building a swamp. I'm not building a swamp. Okay, I need to turn the saturation down on that shit because it's too fucking bright. And it's not green enough. It needs to be a little darker. Okay, I like that. I like that. You. Okay. Mittens, thank you for the follow and welcome in. Get me out of the swamp. I don't want a swamp, I want a jungle. I don't want a swamp, I want a vungle. Can we get a swampy lowland called Shrek? I'm not naming something Shrek's armpit. I have more class than that. At least I think I have more class than that. It's okay, it's a little questionable about my class, but we don't talk about it. Okay, hold on. So now that I've done that, now what we go in is and change a little something. Make it a little brighter. Make it a little greener. Make it a little grayer. The best part about map making is if you want to add variety, the best thing you can do is just slightly change something. Because in nature, not every creature and organism is completely different. There's a lot of similarities between types of rocks, between species.
More class? Then how about Shrek's Oxter?
No, not Shrek's Octer. Okay. But in nature, there's subtle differences in everything from flower types to anything. And that's the best way you can make something kind of seem more natural. Actually, wait. Yeah. Repetition is normal as well. Patterns are kind of the backbone of, like, whatchamacallit, nature? The world? What program is this on? This is on Incarnate. You can do a whole lot of stuff. I use the premium version, but there is a really good free version. It's just not as good as, like, the not premium. Get out of my swamp. Can I put that there? While making it seem natural, I can put that there. Yeah, there we go. What's up, Vegas? Okay. We've got a little bit of that. That's shaping up. And now I need some outside trees. My new dungeon master, I had mentioned that I like to make maps, and he's like, oh, you like to make maps? And I'm like, yeah, they're more world building focused than it is like, an actual, like, functional battle map you can use in the middle of, like, a dungeon or anything. He's like, oh, that's cool. Could I see it? I'm just like, yeah. So I stream my screen in the Discord call, and it's just like, wow, holy shit. And then I just kept scrolling in, and the silence just kept growing. He's like, how many hours did you spend on this? How long have you been making this map? And I'm just like, about a year. And he's like, Jesus. And I'm just like, yeah, I have a problem. What's up, Sigma boy? Welcome in. And I'm just like, yeah, I have a problem. And he's like, yeah, you fucking do. You certified problem. Just want to say have a good day? Hell yeah. Everyone should be having a good, happy day. The requirement to be in this chat, having good day. Well, having improved day. Be careful when you say you like something, because in my experience, they will have you doing it constantly. That is true. However, I was not immediately asked to make a D&D map for the campaign, so I'll take it as a good sign. I'm not going to be asked about that. Problem is a strange way to pronounce autism. How did you know that's what he was referring to? How'd you know? Okay, I'll just put some, like, trees and stuff. Gotta dot the landscape. Okay, and then I take it up here. There we go. And I think I want another one. Yeah, I'll make it kind of big, twist around. Real recognizes real. Listen, this is the same dungeon master that for our pirate campaign made an entire pirate economy on the prices of, like, plunderable objects from loot tables, and there's an entire economy that he has, like, tables and sheets for, and I'm just like, I can't say anything because we both have our problems, clearly, right? We both have our issues. We might as well just acknowledge them and move on. You know what? I'll put this there. That looks kind of cool. I'll put that like there. I like dotting landscapes with rocks. Rocks make everything prettier. Want to make something pretty? Put a rock on it. Want to give your girlfriend flowers? Nope, give her a rock. Give anyone a rock. Do you prefer Milestone or EXP? I prefer Milestone. I prefer Milestone, 100%. I hate EXP calculations. Like, if you... I'll put it this way. If you have a party over 4 people, EXP calculation is a bitch. It is a bitch and a half. Absolute pain in the behind. I hate it. Hello, hello. Welcome in. I'm sorry about the ads, by the way. But yeah, long time no see. EXP sounds like ass for it's pretty ass for TTRPGs because you have to calculate a bunch of stuff and then you have to split it, and it's just like, I'd much rather be doing anything else right now instead of doing this. Like, you could literally be doing, like, anything else, and instead you're sitting there arguing about EXP calculations for 5 fucking minutes. Milestone is easier because you can just make your players, yeah, exactly. You can, milestones also can mean a lot for players, and it's much, you can, as a DM and like as a player, you can work around story beats much better when you have milestones rather than experience. Like, for example, I have for example, for the pirate campaign that I'm in and will be having a session for tomorrow, my second session for this campaign will be tomorrow. My character is a Yuan-ti. This character was a result of some very sick and twisted experiments within the Yuan-ti enclave. Basically, my character's mother, was a high-ranking Yuan-ti, right? And the baby in their womb, when she was pregante, has draconic blood lineage, right? Has draconian blood for that sorcerer bloodline, right? Well, a certain someone of scientific endeavors was like, what if I tried to pull the dragon out of this baby? What if I tried, exploiting the dragon bloodline in the baby, right? Right? So this Yuan-ti basically comes out the womb all fucked up. Draconian Yuan-ti snake lady. Very, very messed up. Not exactly treated well within the ranks of the Yuan-ti because everyone's egotistical because this snake dragon thing is disgusting looking. Why the fuck do you have wings? And so, they have these like draconian wings coming from their back. But the problem is, you can't give a level 6 D&D character flight. You can't. You just can't. There's a reason that dungeon masters usually hate, like, Arakoas, like, the avians, Arakas of fucking whatever, Arakoas, the big avian folk in D&D, there's a reason that they are typically hated, and that's because of their flight mechanic, because they have it no matter what. They're birds, Arakakra, right? The birds in the ASMR, they have wings, they can fly. That shit's busted as hell, and you don't want to give a level 6 player infinite flight. That's busted. Yeah, you don't want to give the tiefling player that's like, can I have wings? Can I have wings? GM, can I have wings? Game balance, what's that? Yeah. So I was like, I think the dragon thing would be cool, because my whole character is about saying, fuck the Yuan-ti, I don't want to become a snake. I was clearly meant to become a dragon in life, so I'm gonna become a fucking dragon. So they are a draconic blood sorcerer and a way of the ancestral dragon monk. Mostly prioritizing the monk part of the class. The magic is just kind of accenting things. So they're becoming a fucking dragon. Well, wouldn't it be cool if, like, the Yuan-ti didn't like the fact that my character had wings, and they went as far as, mutilating the wings and kind of destroying the webby membrane in between the digits of the wings. And there's a bunch of chains wrapped around it, so the DM, the dungeon master, can decide whenever my character unlocks that flight and becomes the true dragon that they wanted to be. And you can only really achieve that through milestones, okay? You can only really achieve that through milestones. Because fuck EXP calculations. They suck. They fucking suck fat balls, and no DM that I know that is good at DMing likes it, typically. Oh my god, the dragon! Don't call my character the Dragon Warrior, please! Please! Any race can have wings if you make them in AS. That's true. That's true. Any race could have wings. The Dragon Warrior! The Dragon Warrior! Kung Fu Panda was a really good movie. Kung Fu Panda was a fantastic movie, and I will not deny that. I just don't want to be called the Dragon Warrior. Okay, bamboo. Wait, hold on. Is there more bamboo? Bamboo! Nope, that is it. There's not many. bamboo assets. Okay. Why is it so small? This is a speck! This is a speck on my screen! That's not bamboo! Okay, well I gotta adjust it to make it more bamboo-like. There, I think that's bamboo colored.
Jisbel! Or Jabezel, thank you for the follow and welcome in. Okay, you will go on the lower layers because I want you tucked behind trees. I think that looks like bamboo. I think that looks like pretty neat bamboo. What's up, homeless? There we go. Big patches of bamboo. Okay, and then I go back in and layer stuff on top of each other. Are those sugar canes or bamboos? These are bamboos. These are indeed bamboozles. I do have a question though for chat. What is your favorite D&D trope? What's your favorite TTRPG trope or like fantasy trope, if you will? I'm curious. Because I feel like a person's favorite trope can say a lot about their character. She has like 309 square feet of bamboo yard. Damn, that's a lot of bamboo. Bamboo is actually a weed and like a parasite. Don't plant bamboo. If you want a uncracked house foundation, don't plant bamboo. Don't fucking plant it. Just don't. It's such a bad idea. Don't plant bamboo. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't fucking do it. You're gonna cry and sob and it's not gonna go well. It's not a smart idea, actually. Okay, I want more trees or like plants. I feel like that will. I feel like this type of tree will kind of. Nah, I don't like that look. It does not blend in. My place back in China has bamboo. Bamboo works in its natural environment it's supposed to come from, but like it's pretty much an invasive species everywhere else in the world. I want to eat more bamboo. It's really yummy. Bamboo shoots are also really healthy for you. Start the campaign catching a thief, end the campaign killing God. I really like level 1 to level 20 campaigns in TTRPGs. I like long. I think everyone likes it, but long running campaigns that can actually like stick with stuff are my favorite. I love Odyssey series like One Piece for that exact reason. I like having the characters going through arc and all sorts of different character development. I mostly do level 3 to 15. Yeah, that's true. You don't have to go all the way to 20, but it's cool if you manage to get all the way from 1 to 20. Running a year-long level 1 to 20 campaign right now, it's a lot of fun. Chances are it's probably going to go over 1 year. Most long-running campaigns are, like, the average 3-year-long campaign is a level 1 to level, like, 15 kind of thing. So much to fit in that time span. Twisted tree, dead tree. Wide tree. Wide tree does not fit. Whoa! Gumball! Thank you for the 5 months of sub for tier 3. It's been a bit, Gumball. I hope you're good. I hope you're good. And Len, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. 4.5 years into a 1 to 20 campaign. We're level 16 now. God damn. That's a lot. That's big rock. I don't want big rock. Thank you. No more big rock. I'm gonna flip you. Actually, no. No, don't do that. There we go. That kind of works. We'll be done, yes, there you go. Well, I hope you're done this year. I hope
hope you're done. I hope your level, like, 20 adventures don't get dragged out all the way for another year. Sounds kind of painful. Have some rocks here and there. Just gotta decorate the landscape with so much bullshit you don't even notice it's a map-making software. When you are close to finishing a long campaign, it can be a little sad seeing it come to a goal. Well, yeah. It's always gonna be sad when something you've spent several years on comes to an end. But then you get to play more D&D with different characters in a different setting, and it's fun. We're ready to finish. DM is kind of speedrunning us now to the end. Ooh, okay. I see how it is. You don't want to leave the campaign unfinished, but you don't want to just... You don't want to kind of brute force it all the way through. It can be taxing. I have a campaign that's on break right now. My character started a political rally and got boomed and is now a kingpin. Oh, that's so much fun. You know, if there's any advice I have to give to any, like, new players, or especially, like, new dungeon masters, it's work with your players. When you want to have a successful campaign of any TTRPG, you need to work with your characters. If you don't work with your player characters and the world they're in, and finding some, like, better way to incorporate them into the story, into the world, everything starts to feel like a little disconnected, and it's not as ingrained as well, and your players will appreciate you that much more. Nothing is better than a dungeon master who truly cares about the players. It's really hard to beat. Ooh, there's more bamboo I could add. I like this. Isn't that just the reverse plot of Marvel's Kingpin? Not really. Sorta, maybe. Okay. I like this. This is nice. I gotta find places to put it, though. It's hard to fit stuff when there's so many layers. True, I've seen DMs and players treat each other like they're the enemy and the campaign is about- oh, yeah. It's a one-upping competition and no one enjoys that. No one enjoys one-upping competitions. They're just annoying to sit through. Actually, wait, do you guys even have any, like, TTRPG horror stories? I'm kind of interested. Because I haven't had that bad of, like, I've had kind of wishy-washy experiences with D&D and, like, other TTRPGs, but I haven't had anything, like, just completely nasty. And I wouldn't call any of them a horror story. But I'm quite curious. Can't have a horror story about something I never dipped my feet into. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. DM should make it fun and exciting even for players who miss sessions. One DM I will forever adore had my character develop lycanthropy via his newly wedded wife, and on the sessions I missed, first was stuck with my wife. Second and third was my character going feral while vampires caused a 1 month long ellipse. Damn. Or eclipse. Fish people jungle! Fish people jungle! We're in the fish people jungle! I'm gonna flip my bamboo! There we go. Wubba! Wubba! Wubba, oh wubba. Hi Tristan, hello. Fish people housing. Settlements. I feel like Elven might kind of fit. Fish people. Maybe. I know this is like Elven, but I feel like this is kind of fitting for, I feel like this could fit like aquatic people architecture. Like the roofage, the domes, the kind of elaborateness. Also, hello, thank you for the follow and welcome in. Maybe. I don't know how to get a fish person settlement going. Hold on, wait. I have an idea. There we go. Okay. Tuck that in. Gotta ask yourself, do you want deep ones or gungans? The gwungs. The gungans. Okay. There we go. That's cool. I always like to add little, like, housing details to my locations. Fish people would live underwater, wouldn't they? Not necessarily. I don't imagine this is a strictly, like, fish people who breathe underwater and only water kind of country. I imagine it's more of, like, for amphibious folk. For the lizards, the frogs, the turtles, the actual fish people. Also, if fish people want to make, like, modern technological, like, advancements, they would have to come up to the surface and have a human settlement for, like, a forge or something. I don't feel like coming up with a reason as to why underwater forges exist and function in this world yet. Yeah, kind of like mudfishes, if you will. Kinda. Cave? Yeah, cave. Cave could work. Styx, any homebrew races? If not, why not crab people? I said this earlier, the goal with this world is to make a diverse world and area that could realistically fit in, like, any kind of homebrewed, like, race or thing. I want to give, when I start DMing custom campaigns and whatnot, I want to be able to give players a game that they truly are connected to and give them the opportunities to do what they want within reason. Within reason. Okay, how do I make, what color should I make this? I feel like kind of bluish works. Bluish kind of works. I like bluish. Oh, that's the hue of that. Okay. I want the thing behind it. No. There we go. Make you blue-ish, greenish. My first homebrew race was shark people. I thought about making a shark character for my pirate campaign. Shark people are cool. I understand why there's so many shark VTubers. Sharks are just cool. Sharks are just that cool and legit. Why not? I've thought about having a shark VTuber persona. I thought it would be cool. Oh wait, I forgot adding bamboo to this side. There we go. Add a little tilt to that. Shove that behind the tree. And that. My second homebrew was based on my childhood hero, Wukong. Monkey people are pretty cool. They technically they already exist in like D&D campaigns. I forgot what their race name is though. Sunflower, welcome in. Hello. Welcome raiders. Welcome. My name's Styx and I'm doing a D&D map making session where we yap about TTRPGs and all sorts of world building stuff and everything realistically. But hello and welcome in.
I hope you had a lovely stream. Remember to make, yeah, just, touch grass, get water, do whatever. But yeah, welcome in. Hello again. Hi.
I would say put some form of fort or military installation along the channel leading into the fisherman settlement for defense. Yeah, you know what? Let me adjust that real quick. Hold on. I'm going to move this right here. So it's right up close to the river, and then I'll add, like, defenses along the channels.
But hello, I am purple, and I have 4 eyes, and yeah. Welcome in.
We are doing D&D. I should add, hold on. I should add a little, like, fish icon. Fish. What do I get if I type in fish? What do I get? Surely there's, like, a little fish symbol or something. Fish. Fish. Fish.
And mods, if we could get a shout out for Sunflower, please.
Not sure if I would call it a favorite trope, but arcane universities are... Okay, arcane universities are pretty dope. Styx command won't work. There are 2 variations of shoutouts you could use. You could use slash and you could use exclamation point. Okay, fish icon. Surely there's gotta be a better... Hold on, hook icon maybe? Hook? Hook might be better. No. No, Viking settlement. There's gotta be something here. Ooh, this is kinda nice. Skull? Bones? Ugh. I don't know about that. Man, I need a little symbol to, like, put over the capital. I need a little something something. Fish. I'm gonna do fish again. Nope, it's the same. I think it's the same thing.
Damn.
Starfish? Ooh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Lionfish symbol. Hold on. Lionfish icon? Black. Oh, clip art. Wait. No, black and white. I need transparent and...
Fish, fish, shift, fish.
Fish.
Or the Bethesda Arcane University trope. You joined a freshman on Monday and by Friday you're the headmaster. Yes. Or that. Or that indeed. I don't know. I feel like a cool crest for the, I feel like a cool crest would be a lionfish. Lionfish are cool. Maybe in this world they're not invasive species in, although technically they're not an invasive species everywhere in the world. It's just in the Gulf of Mexico they are. Just in the Gulf. I just want some kind of, like, I don't want to put crab. Crab could also be good. Crab. Maybe crab icon. Crab logo. There we go, crab. There we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Make the fish people imperialists so the invasive lionfish was fitting. Cajun hero seafood. Vector image of a crab. Vector crab logo. I want to import this into my game, into my map. Give me it. Give me it. Give me the crab. Give me the crab. Ooh, I like this. Hold on. I could do something with it. I want some, preferably I'd want something in black and white. But I can also manage... I just want a cool crab. That's it. I just want a crab. We all return to crab. Our life destination is crab. Is that a monster? This looks like a Monster Hunter crab icon. We need more Monster Hunter crabs. We need more. We need more. Crab be upon ye. Crab be upon ye. I think crabs are cool. They taste really good too. They taste pretty damn fantastic if I do say so myself. Hold on, I could import this. I like the shape of this crab. I just gotta do something to make it usable. Choose image files. Crab. 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 Crab logo. Not all crabs are tasty, unfortunately. That is true, but also there's a guy who turns invasive green crabs into liquor. What are you doing if you get handed a drink and it tastes like crab? What are you doing? Alcoholic beverage sitting right in front of you. Crab flavored. What you doing then, huh? What you doing then? Swallow it all. Down the drink in one gulp. Where's my custom crab image? Give me my crab. There we go. Okay. Here is the crab. Time to turn it into a logo with a little bit of magic. Cry. Okay, crab-shaped logo. First, no, not the hue. Saturation, brightness, contrast. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, hold on. What icon? Okay, that's an anchor. How do I make it like that? I like throwing icons over things. Advanced settings, transform, wide crab. Okay. Wide stretched out crab. I can find a way to make it multiply, burn, darken. I forget you have all the masking layers on this. Attack its weak point for massive damage. The crab attack. I'd love to become a crab farmer. I feel like that'd be a really cool, obscure job. You know? I feel like that'd be cool. I don't want bright fluorescent pink crab, thank you very much. That's a nice crabby color. You need to be on top and shrunk down. Oh, that's really blurry. I don't like that. Fuck. How do I get crab into my map? How do I get my crab logo? It's not gonna work. Oh, wait, hold on. If it looks... Is it better like that? No, it is not. I just need a plain black and white image of crab. Okay, we're back to the crab drawing board, guys. We're back to the crab board. Oh shit, we're running ad. Oh, okay, ads are going. I'm gonna piss real quick. Hold on a second. I gotta use the little piss room. Alright, chat, I am back. I have returned. Time to find crab. I need black and white crab. I need clip art crab. If I don't get it, the world will fall apart. I can do that later. I'm tired of looking for crabs. Crabs be fucking damned. I'll do it later. I will do the crab later. Did you wash your hands? Of course I wash my hands. I'm not going to go and touch my expensive equipment and setup with piss hands. I dare not defile my computer like that.
Crab.
Crab. Crab. Oh well. Oh well. No more crab. Okay. What else do I add to this? What else do I add to this? You don't want to touch the cumboard with piss hands. Yeah, you don't want to touch the keyboard with piss hands. Where are my rocks? Fastest pisser in the West, then women are just quick pissers. Everything's right there and it's all compact. You don't gotta wait for shit to go down the tubes. Like every woman I know is a very quick pisser. There's some rocks. There's more than one woman, believe it or not. Believe it or not, chat. But the truth is that there are women in many. Women are in mass. You go in the front. This is like the third time the gnome music has played. Well, yeah, it's on like an hour loop. Or like a 45-minute loop to be specifically. You would know, you are women. Yeah, I am multiple. There are women in many. Yes, many women. Women can be found everywhere. They're in your walls. They're in the kitchen. They're in the bookstore. They're in the smut aisle. So there's a lot of women to be found. There you go. Okay, Rocky Shore is rockified, kind of. Not really. I need to finish rocking. They're in the kitchen. Styx 2025. If people in Marvel Rivals like to shout at me when I speak in voice chat about how I need to get back into the kitchen, I think it's fair to say that women are in the kitchen, okay? If we're still using the women belong in the kitchen joke, I can fucking say it. Okay? Okay? If we're still using that in COD lobbies and shit, I can say it too. I can say it too. And here I thought me seeing women was just an illusion caused by my mates here. No, women are real. They're not just the failures of your medication going away. They're very real. And they're very scary. Styx really saying it's our world. Yeah, it's our world. Rock? I don't like the rock there. I'll put the rock. No. I beg of thee, women, to make me a sandwich. I starve. Unironically though, I love making sandwiches. Like, I'm not even gonna cap. I love making sandwiches for people who appreciate sandwiches.
I make that an art form. Like sometimes what I'll do is when I have red onions, I'll add salt and pepper, and then like I'll marinate them in like a little bit of like vinegar and like olive oil or like something. I let that shit marinate. I let it get tasty. You gotta have your lettuce, your meats. You gotta have your sauce. There's so many ways you can customize a sandwich. So many things you can do with it. It doesn't have to just be deli meat and mayo on bread. There's so much more to sandwiches. What is this? A raven? That's not a raven. I fucking love sandwiches. I fucking love sandwiches. They're great. There's so much potential in a sandwich. You can't tell me that sandwiches aren't like the perfect creation. I see neither Dungeons nor Dragons. Shush, Ruin. Shush. Do not mention how there's a lack of Dungeons and or Dragons on the game with the stream category of Dungeons and Dragons. I honestly prefer to cook for myself. Not saying my wife can't cook. Not saying her cooking... not saying her cooking once put me in the hospital. Wife cooking tastes better. I could understand wife cooking tastes better. Hold on. There's gotta be some kind of icon. Parchment World, right? Yes, this is where the logos are. Are there crab logos here? Crab logo. Pretty please, crab logo. Sandwich is life. You guys got favorite types of sandwiches? Where's my icon? No! No! Oh, wait, hold on, here's all this. Flame insignia? I don't think a flame insignia is very fitting for fish people. The trident is fitting of fish people. Oh my god, the trident. It's so stereotypical, and I'm going to fucking use it because it's a great placeholder image. There we go. But I need to make it contrast more. It needs to be like blue or something. Shadow. No, not shadow. Where's the glow? There's gotta be some kind of glow on here, right? No way, this is just the... No, I think that's just that, actually. I should make it more blue. I gotta make it blue. Paint settings, color, hue. Hue. I am still on the wrong one. Fuck, there's too many layers. I like that. That's kind of a nice color. For mer people, iconography, the trident is true, but yes, the trident is trident true. I just can't speak, so I messed that up entirely. What else do I add to my jungle land? Where are my plants? What if I go grass? What do I get if I type in grass? Yeah, that was I fumble my words. My Twitch community knows this. I am not good at speaking. Speaking does not come to me. Ignore that I am a streamer. Those two are not correlated. Clam? Oh my god, it's a clam! Wow! Is this a city, province, a state? This is like a nation over here. Separate from this landmass. I'm making the fish people land. I gotta have the fish people land. Yeah, kind of like a merfolk city-state. Yeah. I have so many things I could add. Have fish people be freshwater, yeah. Well, it's kind of a mix. This nation is more a mix of, like, aquatic races than it is just the fish people land. They are not strictly fish people. I should lower the transparency on this and make... Right, nope. Nope, gotta do the true and tried grass trick. By placing every single individual instance I can find to give it some texture. Sometimes you gotta have a thick bush. Grassy and lush. Phrasing? No. No. No, you heard what I said. You heard what I said. There was no hesitation. I didn't fucking stutter, did I? Lush, vibrant. The lands must be thick with bush. Shrubbery, even. I kind of want to get like a custom... I kind of want to get a custom, like, mouse. Like a custom little, what is it called? Pointer clicker? I know you can get those done. Well, it's past midnight and I'm off to have fun with the map. Have fun with the map and messing around with the seedman. I will. Have a good one. Mouse pointer. Why did I say moist? Jesus, I really can't read. What 2 weeks of no streaming does to a motherfucker. There we go, look at that. This is looking pretty nice, I would say. Have you set up the religion of each region yet? Considering we're still missing like 5 different regions, yeah, no, absolutely not. Although I can say I do know this one. I do know this one, and I do have this religion somewhat orchestrated. I've got the mythology and the pantheons, or not really pantheon, but I've got the religion set up. Moist pointer. Yeah, just a moist pointer. Hello, Darth Bill, what's up? We're doing map stuff. Okay, read, right? There's gotta be, no, that's not what I wanted. Grass, I just want, can I just have plants? Can I just have plants in general? Do I have to have everything else? Can I just get plants? I don't want a bunch of nonsense, I just want plants. I don't want an abandoned lamp or bottle, I want plants. Like, I don't want Santa. I don't want Santa on my D&D map, why are you here? You're not meant to be here. Give me something. Sorry, it's been a bit since I made it. To be fair, I haven't streamed on YouTube in a while. It's, I was kind of having a rough time getting back into streaming, and I just wasn't able to do it for a bit, so streams fell to the wayside, and so did YouTube, which I feel bad about. Ooh, I like this. I like this. These are nice, but I need to change up the color so it's not just so the same. Well, something, something. That's kind of a different shade of green. Yeah, that's nice. There we go. Yeah, there we go. How's the world building going? World building's going good. World building going very good. I feel like I wanna... Next time I spend 2 hours, inebriated and writing encyclopedia pages for my world building, I'm probably gonna do it on cow species, because last time I did it, it was over chickens. And I had a fun time writing about fantasy chicken species and domestication. I just like detailing obscure stuff. Actually, wait, I don't know about this. It's kind of fitting for some spots, but not most spots. Love chicken. I love chickens! I want to be a rancher so bad. Also, what's up, Glenn? I'm getting back to streaming, so yeah. You finally caught a stream because I finally did a stream. That would be why. That's some nice vibrant green right there. Stardew Valley stream? I might do Stardew Valley stream at some point, but I'm very particular about the way that I play Stardew Valley, and it's gotta have 200 mods strapped to it or I lose my mind. I can only play so much of Stardew Valley the same time over and over again before I go fucking insane. I've already put 2,000 hours into Stardew Valley. I need some mods. Yep, streams for last month got jumped by weather, school, illness. Ow, fuck. I just pinched myself on accident. Yay me. I had a flock of 50 chicken at one point, about 9 breeds. I would love to become a chicken farmer or like a beekeeper or just something. My power just flickered, please. Please no. Oh, why the fuck did you mention weather? Why did you mention weather, Garfield? Look what you did! Please. Please. Don't go out. Saving my map. Again? Please, please, Mr. Zeus. I just want to make my map. But yeah, I would love to become a farmer. I'd love to become a farmer. Me and my dad have always like said the same thing of like, if either of us won a lottery, our main goals would be to buy a giant piece of land, probably around some mountainous region like Montana or something like that, and have like a whole compound, have a fortress. I'll put houses on it for all my friends. I'll put houses on it for my mom and dad in their separated homes because they're divorced. I'll have little spaces for everyone, and I'll have chickens, and I'll have cows, and maybe a horse because I think horses are really funny and they make me laugh. Like them and their long skulls are just so funny to look at. But I'd love chickens. I love cows. I like birds. I like birds, but I don't want to keep like a whole intelligent one. Like I want a chicken, not a parrot. Milia, hello. Welcome in, goobers. Welcome in. Hello. Hi. It's the opossum raid. Opossum raid. The raiders are here. They're stinky and they're stealing teeth.
in their stealing teeth. I hope you are well. Hello everyone, my name's Styx. I have 4 eyeballs, I'm purple, I'm a demon, you get the gist. There's funny honey, there's dice, I like to gamble. That's it, that's all you need to know when we're making a map. We're making like a Dungeons and Dragons based map, and we're talking about chickens and cows, and if you want to join in the conversation, that's cool. Otherwise, make sure you breathe fumes that are not computer fumes. Get your oxygen, maybe touch some grass, maybe drink like a sip of water or something. I know you need it. You haven't left your chair in like 5 hours, I can guarantee it. Go do it, go be healthy. Anyways, yeah, I'm Styx. Hi, welcome in. Mods, I need a shout out for Amelia right the fuck now. There we go, look at that. Look at that. I scream and I shall receive. I hope you had a lovely... Amelia would kiss you. I know she would. I know she would. I know she would. It do be done, thank you. The ranch you described is like Mount Camel Center compound in Waco, Texas. I just want a big compound with all my friends and all the chickens and baby cows and Highland cows in the world, okay? I want a greenhouse, I want to garden, I want a giant property to be able to annihilate deer if they think about eating my garden, right? I want a greenhouse, I want everything. I want a homestead so bad, it's a problem. It is such a major problem. I want to make pickles, I want to make jam, I want to preserve stuff, I want to make my own tallow. Please, please, just let me win the lottery. I'll do so much. I'll do so much. Chickens are smart. I had one that could open a gate. Damn. Without... You want a homestead? I want a sandwich. We are not the same. I want a homestead so I can grow everything and make my own sandwich from scratch. Do you know how cool that would be? I would love to make a roast beef sandwich truly from scratch. I'll make the bread. I'll make the bread. I'll make the beef. I don't care if it's tedious. I have nothing else to do with my life. Let me homestead myself a sandwich into existence, please. Please, it's all I want, it's all I beg. I need it. I'll die without it, you don't understand. You don't understand. What about the little sheep? Yeah, I want the sheep. I want the sheep and the goats. I want the sheep and the goats, I gotta have them. I gotta have it. I got a homestead, you don't understand. You don't understand. Styxaroni recipe that, yeah, I wanna grind my own flour and turn it into pasta. Yeah, this is what I wanna do, I crave it. Dairy cows would be cool to have, but I definitely wouldn't, I definitely wouldn't have, like, meat cows, because I couldn't stand to, like, kill it. I couldn't stand to kill a cow. I love cows way too much, to kill one myself. Like, if I get cows, honestly, probably going to think of it more as a pet than an actual, like, piece of livestock. I just couldn't. I couldn't. The moment I named that cow, it's over. It's over, and I wouldn't be able to stop naming the cow. But yes, for those in my community, highly recommend you go check out Milia. I hope to God my dad's thunder sneeze didn't just come up on the mic, because that was very audible, but yes. The fluffy little baby cows. Cows are giant dogs. There's some place out in Vermont, I think, where you can just cuddle cows. You can pay like $2 to go have a cuddle session with a cow. I want that every day and for free. Technically, we're gonna ignore the expense of keeping a cow alive, okay? We're gonna ignore the expense of keeping cows alive and their veterinary costs and the food costs. We're gonna ignore all that, okay? I just want a cow. I just want some chickens. I just want some cute little animals, okay? Okay? I was a 5th generation chicken farmer with goats and geese. Lost it all. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. But I want to live that life. I want to live that life. I want to live my Stardew Valley dreams out in Montana. That's what I want. Okay, how do I spice up my map area? Because I need to get back to that. I got distracted by the loverly possum raiding me.
They're so cute and fluffy. Free range possum? That would be cool. Free range opossum farm. Well, I don't know about farm the opossum, but free range opossum sanctuary. Dude. I hate to say it, but like, I would be a fantastic housewife, okay? I already compulsively clean, and it heals my stress, okay? I've already got that down. I love cooking, and I love baking. I have a stand mixer, and I have like 5 attachments for it, okay? Like, I would be a good housewife. I'd rock it. I'd be fantastic. Do you make sourdough, though? I have yet to make sourdough, but I have made just, like, regular bread and, like, banana. I have yet to make, like, actual bread, but it's difficult. Last time I tried making bread and a starter from scratch, my dad threw it out because he thought it was a scientific experiment, and he was very upset. Oh, Sir Walrus! Sir Walrus, I have a question, specifically for you, because you showed up, and I've been wondering where the fuck you have been at, because I've had this question for ages. Why is there an entire short dedicated to you talking about Basil Woof and, his pregnancy? I'm sure you know about that. How? That? Yeah. I saw that clip and I'm like, hold on, I know that username. They pop up in my fucking chat, wait. I know you. It's always so funny to me when I see people from my streams pop up in other people's chats, especially seeing one in like a YouTube or TikTok short. That fucking takes me out. I'm like, whoa, they actually do watch other streamers. Look at that. I'm placing rocks and shit because I'm cool like that. But yeah, I saw your username and I've been waiting for you to pop in. Shrimp Stalis. Hello, Shrimp Stalis. Are you feeling shrimpy today? I hope you are. Thank you for the follow and welcome in. Funny pregnancy thing. Funny impreg joke. Funny thingy. I'm back, Styx. Hello, Zeno. Welcome back. How's your rocks and stones going? My rocks and stones are pretty rocks and stony. Nice and stone-tacular, I guess? I don't know. I'm made of shrimp? Hell yeah. I hope your day was shrimp-tastic. Keep shrimping. Keep shrimping, brother. Can I taste the rocks? I was just thinking about licking rocks, actually. You know what? I'm so glad you mentioned rock eating. Sorry, there's ads. Anyways, you guys can run, and I'll hold off from the rock licking conversation I was about to start.
For Carl.
For Carl! For Carl! For Carl! For Carl! Do not keep shrimping. No, keep shrimping. Keep shrimping. Keep shrimping to your heart's content, okay? Don't let society tell you to not shrimp. I'll be lurking, by the way. Need to eat. Mwah! I hope you have a good one, Milia. Eat good food, be nutritious. I've been interested in D&D for a bit, but I don't know where to start. Ooh, that's a good conversation topic. That's a great conversation topic. Okay, so I want to play D&D, but I don't know where to start. That is the problem for most people who want to get interested, who are interested in D&D, but they literally just do not know where to start because it's difficult to get started in D&D, especially if you don't have some kind of guidance. So, honestly, getting started with D&D can be very difficult because D&D is kind of like League of Legends, okay? So usually when people play League of Legends, right, they get sucked into the game because their friends said, wow, this game's so fantastic, you should try it out, okay?
And it's the same thing for D&D, right? Same thing for D&D. You usually, the typical thing is like, you know someone who plays D&D and they're like, they're telling their stories about their fun adventures and rolling dice and whatnot, okay? Well, usually people who have friend groups like that get sucked into their D&D adventure because they're curious and they want to try it. And that's usually how the D&D TTRPG infection spreads, typically, but don't you dare compare D&D to League. D&D players actually shower. That's not entirely true, and you know it. You fucking know it, Xeno. There are some weird-ass Dungeons & Dragons players. The stereotype did not come from nowhere. It came from somewhere. I have a Warhammer friend, but that's about that. Ask your Warhammer friend. Especially if they actually play, like, the Warhammer TTRPG. Like, if they play tabletop Warhammer, ask them about Dungeons & Dragons, you will probably get introduced or start, you know, maybe, who knows, that Warhammer friend might actually have a D&D campaign going on. It's very possible. Yeah. Also, like, the stereotype of playing Dungeons & Dragons in a game store with the smell is very real. It is very true, and you should be afraid of it. You should be afraid of the fact that the truth is there, and it's terrifying, and it's scary. You don't want to smell the smell of a Dungeons & Dragons player who doesn't leave their house only except for those Dungeons & Dragons sessions. You don't want that. You don't want that. Especially not one that takes place at a game store and not someone's house. You don't want that. You don't want that.
I like TTRPG games. Tuberculosis role-playing games.
I love role-playing. Like, I have tuberculosis and I'm a small dying child from the mid-1300s. That's my favorite pastime. Aside from licking rocks. Yeah, playing with friends is like playing with friends is like the best way to get into D&D. And it's also fantastic. Getting into TTRPGs with strangers can go a variety of ways, and it really depends. Like, there's no telling how your experience is going to go, but I mostly suggest if you're going to get into Dungeons & Dragons, do it with a friend. Do it with some kind of friend who knows even a little bit about what's going on, because that will help you so much more. Getting drunk and playing D&D is even more fun. Oh, yeah. Several of the D&D sessions that I know of from, like, other people have mentioned just copious amounts of drinking for no reason in particular. Which, welcome in, thank you for the follow. Well, I guess it's not for any reason in particular, it's just when you have a bunch of adults together in one room, drinks are probably going to be, like, abound. It's just kinda normal. But yeah, drinks can make a D&D session much more wild and chaotic. I could never drink while DMing. I'd forget even more stuff than normal. Well, usually if drinks are being around at a, like, TTRPG table, it's not the DM that's fucking drinking, because the DM has... that's their job. That is their weekly obligation. They're not gonna mess that up with just some silly alcohol. They're gonna watch everyone get drunk instead. Quick Styx, roll a d20 to kiss a goth girl? Fuck, wait, hold on. Hold on, where's my dice bag? Yeah, the DM's basically the designated driver. Hold on. Where's it? I don't actually have a d20 come in. There we go. I got a 15, does that hit? Can I smooch the goth woman? I got a 15. I didn't lie about my roll. I swear, I didn't fudge it. Nope, what the fuck? Failure? Goth women failure. Fuck, you hate life. I failed it. Needed a nat 20? That's fucked up. That's incredibly fucked up. Why did I need a nat 20 to pass? It hits and she lets you be crushed by thighs. I'll nurse a drink while I DM to loosen up because I have severe performance anxiety, but yeah, I couldn't get, like, drunk. Some people are way better voice actors while drunk as well, and that's part of the fun of D&D. Like, sure, when playing Dungeons & Dragons and TTRPGs, like, the playing part and the combat and everything, that's fun, that's fine. But the real enjoyment a lot of people get is by truly getting in character and embracing the world that is around you in this role-playing adventure. Like, that is when people have the most blast playing, at least from what I've seen. Styx roll. I already put my D20 away. And also, drinks can make people more confident in role-playing a character as well. Magarki, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Drink the cancer juice to unlock method. Yeah, unlocking the method acting. Yeah, you get it. That's a tent. I don't want a tent. I want plants and environmental stuff. Mossy green mountains. Don't mind if I do. That's not going to stay there, I promise. Opacity crank. Little saturation dip. Little darkness dip. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna shrink you and put this somewhere because it's going to make it look more detailed and environmentally sound. Going to put that somewhere. Styx, roll a d20 for licking a rock. If I have to roll a d20 to lick a fucking rock, I'm leaving that session. I am leaving that session. If I have to roll dice to lick a rock, I'm leaving that session. But if it's for like a performance check, if it's for like a medicinal check, fine, right? If I start licking the magical death rock of all time, fine. But if I just pick up a random ass rock off the ground and I have to roll to see if I can accurately lick it, I'm leaving the table. I am leaving the table. Lick a rock, yeah, if I have to roll a con save after licking the rock, fine. Fine and dandy. I understand. I have to face the consequences for my actions. But I will not be rolling to see if I can lick a fucking rock. Would you roll a d20 to kiss your VTuber model? Yes, I would roll a d20 to see if I could smooch my VTuber model. I'd do that. Styx licks Galadia if she fails the performance check. If you did drugs before licking the rock. But yeah, I don't know. Role-playing is a very fun part of TTRPGs. It's kind of an essential part of it, if I would say. Like most starter campaigns that people will participate in, where it's literally like their first experience, probably won't have much role-playing in it. But like as the games go on and they meet more experienced players, the role-playing itch will catch on. Bushes, swamp fawns, grass, swamp fern. How do I make you more attractive looking? You're kind of fucking dead and gross. Ooh, green. Green, yeah. Yeah. Ferns. That actually might be too bush-like. Is it too blurry? Blurry to add to my no, it's not. No, it's not. Nothing is too blurry. And no, you can't have a fucking piss pond, Garfield. I'm not adding a piss pond to my map. I'm not doing it. I refuse to do it. Roll a persuasion check to try seducing this pile of granite. Agreed. This is glorp shit. It is. And I have a whole glorp emote. I have a whole glorp-tastical emote for that glorp shit, for that emotion. Glorp, okay. What other details can I use around an ocean? I usually tell my new players to not worry about RPing too hard because it can be scary for new folks, but it almost always comes naturally over time without needing to push it. Yeah, exactly. I have a friend who's a thespian. Maybe I'll ask her. Yeah, you should. You should. It is like I would never tell a new player in D&D to immediately start trying to roleplay because it's not gonna end well. They're gonna fumble, they're gonna feel awkward, they're probably gonna not be too motivated to try D&D again after they kind of like, you know, they don't do too hot, which is normal because role-playing a character out loud is not what most people are used to. Theater kids and theater kids and D&D is like, that is bread and butter right there. That is absolutely some bread and butter. My DM let me roll high enough to steal the pants of a town guard. Nat 20 for the win. I love rolling nat 20s. I love DMs who love nat 20s as well, because like, why would you not love nat 20s? They're so great. They are perfect timing. The ultimate fuck you to the plans. You're gonna do good no matter what. He was still wearing them. Keyword was. That's great.
I just wanna waste points. I'm rich with points.
Enjoy spending your TTS message there. Two issues new DMs/players of TTRPGs encounter, either expecting to roleplay too much with no real practice or relying on dice rolls far too frequently. Oh my god. Nothing is worse than a dungeon master who is like who forces you to make a roll for absolutely everything. You have to have a good blend of shit. Otherwise, it's painful. Your players are not gonna be satisfied. I've returned and now I'm playing Pokemon ROM Hack. Hell yeah. I rolled well for Strahd during my COS campaign, and my players spent the entire final battle roasting him in character out of spite. That's great. I love that. I was a nerd in school who just liked reading fantasy books and drawing maps. Dungeons and Dragons really helped me with expressing myself a lot, especially because I had and still have theater kid friends to bounce off of. TTRPGs are a fantastic hobby. There's so many cool things that come out of it, especially in the creative sense. Everything about it is you've got writing, you've got miniature painting, you've got character creation and art and all. There's so much that goes into TTRPGs, and they're great. I love them. I thought for a while I might not ever get the chance to experience another D&D campaign again, and when my friend came to me with the offer of like, hey, you want to join mine? And I'm like, fuck yeah. Absolutely. One of them who's an artist drew Strahd going, it's not a phase, and why don't girls like the nice guy who studied the blade? Oh my god, that's fantastic. VA work is also something in Dungeons and Dragons that can help. I wish I could draw maps for fun. I mean, I'm not drawing a map from scratch. I'm using like a software, and it's still fun. It's still a blast. But yeah, the VA is actually one of my players in my campaign is a VA, and he is very Scottish. And when I say I didn't know he was Scottish when I hopped into the VC session for the first time, because I do online sessions, because I'll be damned if I actually know 5 people within a 5-mile radius who actually want to play D&D and can do it on schedule. But this guy, very, very Scottish, very, very thick accent. Also, Cypher, thank you for the 4 months. I hope you've enjoyed your stay at the cult. Hey, it's Scott. So he was very Scottish, still is, obviously. And he has a very deep voice, even for a Scottish person. And he does VA work, so like sometimes he'll pop up into like ongoing live streamed Dungeons and Dragons campaigns and like TTRPGs at the request of the people who are playing to like voice certain characters and whatnot. And I just think that's really cool. And he primarily does like villain work, which is especially cool.
Aaron Nobody, welcome to the cult, and thank you for the follow.
I wish I had a more like consistent voice. One of my aunties is Scottish. It's hard to decipher the Scottish accent, but I'm very happy to be in a campaign with a very Scottish individual. like, when we were doing the first session, last weekend, I was sitting there like half the time not knowing what they were saying. It wasn't to the point where it was obtrusive and obnoxious, but I had to pause and stop everything I was thinking to think about what they just said because I could not recognize it. Could not recognize some of the words, but that's part of the fun. Although I also use Incarnate most of the time. Now, Incarnate's really good. I think Incarnate's probably one of the most solid, like, world-based map makers you can, like, have out there. Although their other, you know, the other side of, like, I guess traditional battle maps is really good. Which Scottish accent do they have? So I am Midwestern American, so I have no idea what kind of specific Scottish accent they have. But I think it's pretty standard, like pretty standard kind of common Scottish accent. I could not tell specifically though. But they're really sweet. It's kind of funny though. I am the youngest in my D&D campaign by like 7 years. I'm 21, and I think the second oldest in the campaign is 28. So there's a huge age gap. And I was kind of nervous about that at first, because I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna be playing with a bunch of, like, old head D&D folks who have been playing TTRPGs longer than I have been alive. That was my D&D group 15 years ago. Jesus. 21, yeah, wow, hag. I'm not old! I'm just 21. You guys saying I'm old makes me want to just start chugging drinks live on stream. I'll go grab my gallon jug of vodka and just start sipping. Hello, streamer. Mavis Dracula or Ceres Victoria? I don't know who Ceres Victoria is, but I'll say Mavis.
Old.
Oh, I'm not old. I'm not old. I'm not old at all. I saw lightning. Please don't take out my power. Please, I just want to play. You don't, yeah, I don't. At 21, you've hit almost every, yeah, I've already hit every age-related unlockable, and there's nothing left, so like, what am I fucking supposed to celebrate at 22, 25? Excellent choice of drink. Rin, welcome in, thank you for the follow. Clamtastic. I could put, like, little, no, it's too tiny. I'm already at the max zoom in. I can't zoom in anymore. I am as detailed as I can possibly get it at that size. Scrolling for 5 hours just to get to the bottom. Oh yeah, rogue, yeah, I am still a rogue energy partner. They're actually having a sale for like 50% off of something this weekend that I didn't promote because I forgot about it, but no, I have like, no, don't, thank you. Please don't leave without saving. Please don't leave without saving. Please, I beg. Did we ever figure out the male equivalent of a hag? No. I still don't know. I started with 3.5 in about 2007-8. I was only like 10 years old though, but it still makes me feel old when I realize how long ago that was. I understand. I mean, I say I'm 21 and someone in this chat is probably writhing because they're like, oh god, she's so young and I'm so old. I understand the sentiment. Oh, I guess I could decorate the town a little bit with something. Kind of a little like fishing city. Bag? A male hag is not a bag. But hag is like kind of specific, is like kind of gender locked.
Whoa, exiting without saving be upon ye?
Don't you fucking curse me like that. I'll turn you into a second TikTok short. Don't tempt me, walrus. Bag is gender neutral. Okay. I don't know if bag is a good way to I don't know. I don't think bag is a good word for male hag. Not the TikTokification. I'll fucking do it. They give it a bits. They give it a bits, the doctor. I'm 26, my body feels like it's 40. I did unlock the ability to drink whiskey like water. That's a cool ability. That's a neat ability, I gotta give you that. Fuck my logo. It's buried between the buildings. Okay. And then you're on layer 5. There we go. Help, I can't grab my buildings. Oh no. Become blue. You're becoming blue. Okay, it's a little purple. Now you're blue. What's your favorite cleric subclass? I dropped a vid on about half of them since it's hard to keep track of all 20. There are 20 official subclasses of cleric? What the fuck? Why? Why do we need that many? 19 isn't any better. Honestly, I don't have a good like favorite cleric subclass. I've never really specifically played a cleric either. But I don't know. If I had to, what order? Hold on. I'm not even gonna look up a class of sub-cleric, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know cleric subclasses. Most of the D&D campaigns I've played in don't have clerics in them for whatever reason. I just don't know why. I don't have many experiences with clerics. I guess they don't like me. If you'd like, you could check the vid if you're cool with it. I will look into it at some point. Chances are I'll just look up 20, I'll just look over all cleric subclasses and I will probably find your video. I've been haunted by clerics? Yeah, ever since I got into Dungeons and Dragons, I have heard that clerics in 5e kind of have their balancing problems. So I've heard of the problems, the rumors. I've just never experienced it. Cad is like the opposite of hag. Someone over on YouTube suggested that that geezer could be a good one for hag. Although it fits, but it's not wizardy enough. It's not like witchy enough, you know? Like geezer's good, but it doesn't have that like swamp old man zing. Curmudgeon? No, that's just an old person. Curmudgeon is just a type of person. It's not really like hag individual. There's my national weather alert service flashed flood warning in my area. I am all the way up on a hill. The creek is all the way at the bottom of the hill. I'm fine. Hi there! I have not been on YouTube for weeks and this was in my recommendation. I don't know what that says about what YouTube thinks about me. It's fine. I haven't streamed in like a while anyways, so it's fine. It's fine, you didn't miss anything because there wasn't anything to miss in the first place. I'm 24, but doctor says when it comes to my health, I'm in my late 30s. Oof! Yike! Milkman and Zelandris, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Milkman of the Void Abyss. How the fuck do you come up with a username like that? Ah yes, I am the Milkman of the Abyss. I am from the Void and I am here to deliver milk. How do you come up with that? What are the steps to get
BTW, are you doing better now, Styx? It sounds like you've been sick a lot lately. I've
been getting better. I just, don't overwork yourself. Your health might slip. Just speaking from experience here, don't overwork yourself. You might end up very sick, repeatedly, back to back, with several different things. Do not overwork yourself. Algorithm brought me here because I've been hyperfixing on D&D content. The algorithm will suggest you VTubers in the silliest of ways. And unfortunately, I don't know how the algorithm distributes VTubers. They just kind of do it. It just kind of happens, you know? I want to add some kind of like, ooh, wait, bridge. I need a bridge. I need to add a bridge to my little area. Wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. That's kind of something. I'll know it's a bridge. I don't care if anyone else can't tell what that little pixel is. That's a bridge. That's my bridge. If you don't pick a VTuber, one will if the VTuber distribution system, if you will. Oh my god, wait, I need a bigger bridge. I need bridge! Bridge! That's not how you spell bridge. Bridge! Spicy chicken, thank you for the follow. Okay, guys, we're going to select the sexiest bridge to put in the fishman place. Okay? Okay, stone bridge. How are we feeling about stone bridge? Stone bridge kinda nice. Not gonna lie. It's kind of a nice bridge. I did not pick Styx, for Styx insisted upon herself in my feeds. I just kinda showed up, okay? Health can't scare me. Health scares me, like, in some ways, but in terms of, like, my average health, there's nothing that could pop up that would shock me. Like, honestly, if the doctor said I had cancer at this point, I wouldn't be shocked. That would explain so many of my health problems. Cancer? I didn't know it, but I kinda suspected it. I like this bridge. I think it's a nice bridge. Like, yeah, look at the curves on this bridge, bro. It's a sexy ass bridge right there. Nice and wonderful, even. Yeah, I think that's a nice color. Cancer? I hardly do it. Look at, yeah, respectfully looking at these curves. Cancer runs in my family, lost my uncle to it last week. I'm sorry to hear that. But I unfortunately, understand the same feeling. My family has a very distinct, problem with breast and heart cancer. And as someone with titties, I unfortunately have to, you know, be at risk of both of those, so, yeah. And there's also all sorts of other fucking problems that my family has, yes. Titty cancer. It sucks, but it's there. There's cancer for everything. But I won't get into that too much. I'll never use it, but I do have a VTuber model I made during an ADHD mind blank. I just blacked out for a few hours and I made it. That's the typical, like, creative burst. You just kind of do stuff. Styx has no heart confirmed. I said both. I said I am susceptible to both. You wouldn't know it, but there's probably like fourth finger cancer or some shit like that. I swear to appendix cancer probably exists. So many ways you can have cancer. Let me stop. Let me stop talking about cancer, Jesus. Hair cancer, yeah. Snot cancer. I know ear cancer's a real thing. Well, I should add a tree behind this. It's looking a bit lacking in depth. I say this as I've added so many objects. Flip it. There we go. What map software is this, by the way? This is Incarnate. Incarnate, and I'm using the premium version, and I have a problem. There's, I started this stream with 6,000 90-something objects placed, and I'm still going into this, we're still going with this session in, like, there's 6,362 objects now. There's a total of 300 objects shoved into this small space. The YouTube stream. Yes, the YouTube streams are back. I'm here. I'm here on both platforms. I'm finally streaming again. Look at me. I'm streaming. Premium Incarnate is absolutely worth every penny. I will shill it forever. I'll shill it to the right people, though, because I'm not gonna just convince the average person that they need this in their life, because they probably don't. Bone cancer, get those spiky bones for the... Yeah, I gotta get your spiky bone buff. It is a subscription. I don't think they might have a one-time purchase, but I don't think they do. Every clap of thunder that I hear is scaring me, and it's making me save constantly. I subscribed. I like making parchment maps for my players. And there's all sorts of styles that you can use. You can use a direct, like, up-down. You can use kind of, like, front-facing. There's so many different assets. It's just, I love this program. And also, the premium version of Incarnate's like $5. As I started out this stream, that is very cheap. It's very cheap as far as subscriptions go. I use Wonderdraft myself. It's not as good, but it's a one-time payment, and I can use as many free asset packs as people upload. Oh, that's pretty nice. I cannot lie. That is pretty fucking nice. I'm gonna copy you and see if I can use you, like, over here. But I don't think I can. Flip horizontally. Can I make that work? I can make that work. I can just... Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Adding small details because I don't have enough, apparently. Did I hear there's a fellow Wonderdraft user? Yes, they're over on YouTube. I've actually never heard of Wonderdraft before. So this is for a world with lore, or you just want a pretty map? This is for a world with lore
I
that I
cast
will...
lightning bolt.
Don't you
I
fucking
roll
dare.
an at 20 for damage and it hits your breaker box,
No!
frying it completely
No!
and shutting down your power, which in turn
No!
deletes your progress as egg for evil.
What? What the fuck? Why? I didn't deserve... Counterspell! Counterspell! I counterspell the lightning strike! Please! I counterspell the breaker box! Roll for counterspell! Where's my d20? That's not a d20! Where's my fucking... I gotta, oh, look at that, it conveniently rolled over to a 19, look at that, oh my god, wow. Oh my god, wow, it's suddenly a 19, who would've, I would never lie about that. The fuck you mean fail? The fuck you mean fail? All I know about D&D is from a free-to-play game and Borderlands 2 DLC. It's kinda accurate. Hand cam not available right now. Don't roll to delete my save files, you fuckwad. But yeah, so this is for a map with lore. I plan on making, like, this is a whole fleshed out fucking existence right here. Well, at least halfway. I'm working on getting the other areas done, but I got this so far. And this is kind of just my custom, like, world that I've built from the ground up, from scratch. It's a very, what's it called when there's a story and the story is basically how the world was conceived by gods? There's a specific word. There's a very specific word for it. Creation myth. I have an entire creation myth for the world with like gods and shit. Then there's an encyclopedia page dedicated entirely to domesticated chickens in this fantastic world of mine. And I've written so many things on random objects. I have to complete the magic system. And there's a lot to do, but yeah. Listen, I like writing specific details about domesticated chickens, okay? It's my fantasy world. I'll do what I please. It looks really nice. Thank you. I have spent a lot of time on this. It took a long time to get here. What's your creation myth? It's complex and I haven't read, I haven't read my lore in a while, so I kind of forgot what I wrote. But basically something created gods, and they created the planet, and then, you know, the Earth God, or one person was like, I'm gonna create the land. And then one person was like, I'm gonna create the abyss. And then another person is like, I'm going to create holy light or some shit. Do you stream D&D stuff often? I want to get back into streaming D&D stuff often, but I try to. So now that I'm back into consistent D&D sessions with my new, like, with my new whatnot, right? With my new campaign people, and my new DM and my new friends, I'm probably gonna be streaming the creation of this map a lot more, cause I like it. But yeah, see, also my world has a, like, poly worship myth, except no one actually knows what the gods, no one actually worships the direct gods that created it. It's like you have like the supreme god that created the second tier of gods, and then you've got the third tier, and the first tier is the one that created, you know, the second gods, and then the second gods created the planet, and then you got the third tier, which is what the people actually worship. Oh, and then faith magic is very important, because demons and monsters from the abyss are trying to take over and corrupt shit, and it's not fun. So there's a very big importance of religion in my world, cause I like it. I like fake religions, and I think they're cool. Echolocation, thank you for the follow. I choose to ignore your takeover. That's kind of lame. Why not? Why not? Why won't you have my takeover? Is it not good enough for you? Is it bad? Yeah. It's not even really a pantheon, though. I see a D and I follow you. Fair enough. It's not really a pantheon, because there is not one religion that takes place across this entire, like, continent. It's a lot of different religions, and they all have their different
You should put a husk in the
beliefs.
world so I can do silly things.
Well, Husk is right here. He's here right now. He's here. I ask you a question. I ask most people who make demons in their lore, if angels can fall, can a demon rise? I haven't thought about the potential of, like, demons and angels falling from grace in that sense. I just actually haven't think about how that would work in my world, but I think there's some kind of possibility of that happening, yeah. But we're doing map stuff. That's what we're doing. That's what the boss is doing today. D&D. Yup. What is? Oh, this is my mascot. This is my mascot. This is Husk. He is a TTS pet. So if the people over on Twitch do TTS redeems, right? He will speak, and his mouth will open and move, and he will say funny stuff, and then you will hear it. And you will do TTS things. He is my mascot. That's what. Okay, I fucked up my glasses. Hold on, they're going away. So this is my TTS pet. He is inspired after my real life husky goober. I have a husky. He's very loud. Well, husky border collie. He likes to yell, and this is basically my little VTuber guy, my VTuber dog. And he blinks and stuff. But yeah, that's it. That's it. That's my guy. That's my goober. Cute dog. Cute dog. Boink. Adorable dog, if you will. Man, will it stop raining? It's been raining for like 5 days straight. I want a little bit of sun.
Hi, chat.
It's been a while. What's up, Reaper? It's been a minute, yeah.
It's so funny there's so many people popping in. It's like, wow, I haven't been here in a while. I haven't been here in like a month. Yeah, that's probably because I streamed like 3 times in the past 2 months. It's been a minute. It's been quite a bit since I've been consistent. Just a little. Give me the rain. It only rains for 30 minutes at a time every couple of weeks. There's too much rain here in the Midwest. My area is prone to flooding, so I can afford to say, maybe there's such a thing as too much rain. You'll be real hard for sunlight if it started flooding, yeah. I almost joked. I bless the rains down in the Midwest, ? Maybe stop blessing them. Hi, you live it, you're not new. Where is my Discord link expired? Which one? Cause, hold on a second. Cause I can correct that. Cause I thought I did. Like, which specific Discord link? On YouTube, okay. Let me go ahead and correct that. Or I will remember to I will remember to get it next time. But if you're interested in joining the Discord server, where there's a lot of silly goobers absolutely rife with autism, you can find that in my link tree, especially, that's where you'll find a link I know for sure works. For people on Twitch, that was posted in the chat. But, yeah, my link tree, which you can find, like, in my wherever, that will have the actual one. It was also posted by my mod in the YouTube chat, so you guys look at my mod doing good things. Hell yeah. I've been here for a few hours actually. I'm not you. My viewers just like to be like, I'm not. I've never been here. I haven't. Ignore the fact that I've been subbed for over like 9 months. I'm new. I don't know who you are. I don't know I don't know who you are. What am I doing? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I decorated this area and I think it looks pretty damn nice, but I think I'm gonna adjust the watercolor now. Cause I think it should be adjusted. Since I did good, can I get an extra piece of bread in the basement? You're being greedy. Don't fucking push it. You were doing good. Don't do it again. Oh, I'm painting the land. No, I don't want the land.
I cast Tempestuous Thunderstorm. I roll an at 20 and the storm floods your entire house, deleting your unsaved data. And
That's
also
mean.
your whole PC, I guess.
What the fuck? Yeah. My mods get paid in exposure. And some of them stream, so technically it's not even wrong. Technically it's not even wrong. Okay, I'm gonna make it darker blue. Yeah. Yeah, dark blue rivers. I haven't actually, like, colored the rivers and stuff. I should probably do that. Good point, by the way. You could save your progress since it's draining just in case. I'm in particularly terrified because my power has gone out at least 45 times, like, in the past several days. So I'm a little paranoid. There's too much weather. I think we should just not do the weather thing anymore. Can we, like, hold off? Can we stop it? You know, can we maybe not do it? There's a lot of benefits from not doing that. No, that's fucking mean and I'm sad. That's mean. Why would you do that to me? That's fucked up. Where's my green water? I need, this is not river water. I need, like, some green. Where's the fucking algae? Where's my green water? Roll for persuasion. I as the leader of this stream, I don't think I'll be doing that. You know what? Fine.
I cast
it's
Socks
green
Get
enough.
Wet. You need to roll a 20+ to dodge it.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
No. I'm not adhering to that. No. No, I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna ignore it. What are you gonna do then, huh? What you gonna do then, bucko? What you gonna do then? Aw, yeah, there's some green tinted water. Yeah, no. What you gonna do if I just say fucking no? Huh? What you gonna do then? How you gonna feel about how you feel about that? How you feel about that, nerd? I just said no. Green water under the bridge. Hell yeah, green water. I have joined your Discord. Welcome in, it only gets worse. Ah! Wait, when did I looked away and now I'm bald? And now, no, no! I don't want to be bald. I don't want to be bald. I want to have a luscious head full of hair. I want to have hair. No, 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 no. No, yes. No, yes. No bald. What do you mean consequences? I didn't do anything. I just said no. Why am I facing consequences for saying no? Ah. Never-ending chapters. Thank you for the 4 months with Prime. Ah. You now resemble the creature. What creature do I resemble? Always deserved? That's fucked up. I have never done anything wrong in my life. Ignore the fact that there's a stop sign hanging on my wall. Okay, I have never done I've never committed a crime. I've never done anything bad. I'm a good individual. I don't deserve bald. I don't deserve Saitama core. Just Krok, thank you for the follow. The one that found its way into your Discord's meme channel. Listen, it's okay to be bald. I just don't look good bald. My head is very round and shiny, and it's not a good. Listen, I shouldn't be bald. Okay, I don't fit the bald standard. I'm not
I'm going to expose every wire in your household.
My copper! That's fucked up. I just don't fit the bald lifestyle. I must have been rated. Oh, yes, you did get rated by Milia. I don't know how Discord works. Discord is like a forum. It's like a forum thing, except there's a bunch of them, and they're in one area. And you can join like hundreds of these forums with separate forums inside the forums. Yeah. You know what? Actually, wait, hold on. Since you wanna stare at my bald head, I'll just get really close. And then I'll do this. And it might freak some of you guys out. Anyways, since you wanna look at my shiny bald. That's fucked up. Don't do that. It's fucked up. I am not Mr. Clean. I am not Mr. Clean Core. I'm not Mr. Saitama Core. I'm not. This is abuse. I feel abused. I feel abused. I need an adult. I don't care if I'm an adult. I need an adult. Okay? Mrs. Clean. I'm not Mrs. Clean. Actually. I mean, the resemblance is kind of there. Madame Clean. Is it? Bro, what is this? What the fuck is this? What
Me
is
and
this?
Ducklet's gonna play Marvel Rivals without. You aren't invited.
What is this? What? What is this? Why is there a lot of Styxes all of a sudden? There's multiple. There's Unleash your inner bald. Chat. Fine, I'll bring the bald back, okay? I'm gonna go piss, okay? I'm gonna go piss. You can stare at my bald head. Have you seen Kitchen Gun? I have seen a Kitchen Gun. Okay? I'm gonna go back. Don't start a civil war between Twitch chat and YouTube. Bad idea. Don't do a riot. There will be consequences. Anyways, I'm gonna go piss now. Be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm back. Scatter, what? Why are we scattering? Did you guys do what I told you not to do? What's happening? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed looking at this masterpiece of this lady and Mr. Clean longingly staring into each other's eyes. A story better than Twilight, as you could expect. I've only fought in self-defense. Fair enough. Styx, they was trying to kill you. They tried to slay the dragon. Who is the dragon in this scenario? No, the mods are lying. I don't know who to trust here. I don't know who to trust. They're legitimate Mr. Clean romance fanfics. I mean, he kind of fine though. So like, I understand the fanfics, you know? I understand the AO3 writers. Listen, sometimes they've got a vision, okay? Sometimes they've got a vision. And I trust it. I trust their vision. Okay, my hair goes back to being on my head though. My hair is back on my skull. Bald is beautiful.
Man, we rioted
Team
against
Force
chat. 3.
We rioted against YouTube chat? Okay. Listen, if you're gonna fight, you gotta fight in the Discord server, because that's where the YouTube and the Twitch can clash officially. That's where you can officially. It's a wig, not shh. Don't talk about it. It's not a wig. Twitch lost and are sad about it. Twitch, do you think you lost? Apparently YouTube won. Apparently YouTube won the Civil War. Lies? Damn. Damn. Getting called liars and shit. Man. I'll give a tier 3 sub if you take the wig off permanently. What do you mean permanently? How do you mean permanently? Just never... No, we def one. Why was Mr. Clean here earlier? Cause it's Mr. Clean. Why wouldn't he be here? Why wouldn't Mr. Clean be here for everyone to look at? It's Mr. Clean. It's Mr. Clean, guys. I'm Cornish and we never admit defeat, not even after 1,000 years. Gotta respect it. Okay, what do I add? I need rocks. Streamathon reward. I'm not shaving my head in real life. I have long, precious hair I have been growing for a while, and I want to keep it that way. I want to keep it long and luscious and on my skull. Thank you very much. Rock. Rock. Rock! No, I can't do it. I mean, maybe for charity. Maybe for charity, you know? Shapes and spaghetti. Thank you for the follow and welcome in. Welcome, welcome. I'm just checking something. Seeing if everything is functional and normal. And it is. There we go. Double toucher. It's always funny saying I'ma touch you to my friends. I feel like this is a common experience of saying that shit. No one wins a war. War never change. Please never say war never changes. I feel like I go insane every time I read that. I go insane every time someone says war never changes. This looks sick. Thank you. There's so much more of it. There's so much more of it. Oh, wait. Since this is all covered up, I can add more fucking waterfalls. I can add more waterfalls. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Waterfalls for the water people. No, you're not supposed to go that far. Wait, hold on. Okay, you need to move down a layer. And then the water... Yeah. Yeah! Oh, wait. I have a better one. Confrontations have never been altered. Yeah. Never will. Okay. Oh, fuck. I need flat waterfall. Flat, yes, flat. Flatterfall. Hey, I told you, big rock guy, to go all the way back there. And you didn't listen. Rock. Mountain. Go back. You're not wanted. The waterfall is wanted. Conflict never gets old. What program are you using? I am using Incarnate. So this waterfall with waterfall treasure or boring waterfall? I mean, this one might have waterfall. treasure. I don't know about this one though, but maybe it is because it's got, you know, it's got a palace and shit. No, I don't want to flip it horizontally. I want to bring it forward. I want to bring it up forward again. I want to bring it forward again.
Give it back. Give it back.
No, I'm tilting the fuck.
Fuck.
Ah! I'll fix the waterfall later. Fix it later. Okay, this is pretty nice so far. I feel like I gotta add some, like, civilization type stuff to it though. Fat dragon with health problems. Fat dragon. Fat dragon with health problems. That is kind of amusing, I gotta admit. Kind of funny. Kind of funny, haha. Okay, but, for now though, I'm gonna go ahead and save my stream and, like, go eat. Cause I need to munch. I need to eat, I need to stop streaming and get out of my chair and go do shit like college work. Although I don't want to think about that, but I do want to think about food. But, yep, I gotta go. Stream Jover. Yeah, stream's gonna be Jover. A bunch of numbers and letters that just followed me. Thank you for the follow. Goodbye. If you want to watch more of my content and be aware of when streams pop up, you can go into Discord server, but you don't have to. It's just an option. Might never see you again. Goodbye. Goodbye, pen pal. 1110 or 110. EP well. I will EP well. I will EP well. All right. Goodbye.